Glen will start at Ronnie Hurst, making his first start here in the Cup Series at the Glen today. Room 15, Eric Jones and John Hernandez. Teammates at Legacy Motor Club. Room 16, Cole Custer and Ty Dillon. Cole Custer only top 10 came in this race in Mexico City in 2025. Trying to improve that with another top 10 today. Row 17, Zane Smith and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Back in row 18, we have Noah Gregson. Finished 11th and has only ever started here a year ago. We'll start at Philly Ware. Back in row 19, Catherine Clay.
All right, check.
Two of the last three starts, she got J.J. and then rounding off the field in row 20, Josh Willett. Steve, we heard Jeff Burton mention 26 starting spots for Kyle Larson. I asked crew chief Cliff Daniels about that this morning. He said, as a team, we missed the carousel, that long, sweeping right-hander, and they need to make up some ground from here. I said, how do you do that? He said, we just have to find when to be on the different strategy to try to find Kyle away to the front.
Fun to take a look at the track map here at Watkins Glen and some of the elements, fellas, that make it so special. The speedway horses are absolutely flying downhill.
Check. 1 2 1 2. We're good. All right. Good late morning, everybody. What is going on? Chase fan number 9 here. Welcome to live stream number 3 this weekend. Today it's the NASCAR Cup Series making their one-off appearance at Watkins Glen International. It's the Go Bowling at the Glen, 90 laps, 355 kilometers, I think. Because this race used to be called either the Finger Lakes, Cheez-Its, 355 at the Glen. It used to be called that back then. Anyways, stages 1 and 2 are both 20 laps. The final stage is 50 laps. Makes a total of 90 laps altogether. Should be a good race. Hope today won't be too chaotic because, man, the truck and Xfinity race, man, it's just been a wild weekend. The truck race was a bloodbath. Yesterday we had a wild crash at the end, including SVG's wreck and all that. Then Connor Zilish gets injured while celebrating victory lane, and as a result of that, he's forced to withdraw from today's Cup race. So there goes his triple header weekend out the window. So yeah. Yes. What was supposed to be a 40-car field is now a 39-car field now because of Carter Zilish withdrawing from today because of the scary fall he had yesterday. He's got no head injuries. He only has a broken collarbone and probably a broken arm, maybe. Anyways, so Ryan Blaney is on the pole. It's his first pole in a little bit. This is actually not his first. This is actually his second road course pole. I think he won a pole at Coda a few years ago. So there's that. SVG, we all know he's going to be the favorite today, but we saw last year he's definitely going to get redemption from last year. That's for sure. Because last year's race at the Glen was cool, especially with that last lap pass Chris Busch done SVG. Man, that was a good finish last year. But you know SVG is going to be wanting that redemption today. He starts second. And Chase Briscoe, he starts third. He's been on a roll lately. He just needs to get that win. I mean, I know he's won at Pocono, but he needs to go for more. If he wins again, this will be his first. He'll complete his first season with more than one win. Or, well, to keep it short, if Chase Briscoe wins today, this will be his first. This year will be his first multi-win season. Chastain, Kyle Busch, great qualifying effort by Kyle Busch. Michael McDowell's a road course ringer. Look out for him today. Carson Hocevar, Christopher Bell, look out for him. Alex Bowman's looking for a win again to the playoffs. Last year's winner starts 12th. Brad Keselowski, who finished third last week, starting 16th. My boy Chase Elliott starts 20th, so he's got his work cut out for him. Then here's the rest of the field.
Hey, you defeated SVG at his own game, right? So, slow down, people. I beat him one day. Let's talk about tomorrow when I've got to beat him for 90 laps. So the coolest thing is, I get to race around him. I'm usually way far behind him.
All right.
See what he does. That is, if I get
Coming to the green this time. Oh boy.
Just 3 to go in the fight. By the way, this is turn 6, and we will talk a lot about this in today's race because this is a revised restart zone.
All right, here we go. Pace car heads to pit road. Blaney SVG on the front row. We come through the restart zone. And green flag, the Cup Series race at Watkins Glen is underway. Here we go. All right, we'll mix it through turn 1 and the S is unscathed. Here they come through the bus stop. Yeah, with how crazy the restarts are, yeah, the bus stop is going to be, or the chicane, that's where the madness is going to happen.
He said he relives it all the time with the state paint, getting into that wall a little bit as they run wide off the carry cell. Nothing really out of bounds. The only place you can shortcut would be the bus stop. Now to turn 6, the left-hander. Everyone kind of mentions, mind their P's and Q's deeper. The piezometer will jump to the left side above the wall.
Is this new?
Yes, I got it a few weeks ago.
Now we have a battle right here. Hocevar and Kyle Busch
Yeah.
side by side.
Eggplant. You like it, right? Yes? No?
No, Mom. I never asked. I didn't ask for the.
I like it. It's good. I think it's weird there.
And to be smart this time of the race, you are battling for track position all the time, but like you saw with SVG last year.
Oh, so I see you've returned to Oregon after being SoCal for 2 months.
Pretty aggressive there, exiting the bus stop. This is good for Blaney because a year ago he got taken out in a lap 1 multi-car incident. He had to be held back to the garage area and didn't even stand a chance. Now he leads this race a year on.
Yeah, that record Blaney actually what changed the damage vehicle policy, but they had very little damage to the exterior car when it comes to steering, which forced the retirement. In today's race, that would allow him to make mechanical changes and come back out of the race, although it's being knocked down. Let's run along with SVG. Coming to the start finish line. Watch the on the left side of the racetrack. Great brake markers. That's really a visual indicator for the drivers to know when to start braking. Use all of the curve and turn 1, accelerate.
You must have found the Cortina local out there in Arbuckle.
That allows you to run straight up here, and that makes this corner much easier. You don't use all the racetrack, it really hurts your opportunity wasting their money here forever. Now we have a 90-degree left-hander. This has changed dramatically with runoff to the right. Neither driver doesn't use it too much. But you can race now side by side. We actually saw FTG a huge accident here in turn 7 yesterday in the City Series race. Coming this morning, he was a little sore after that because of the extent of the impact, but feeling pretty good and ready to go out and try and continue this amazing run that he's at. Chase Briscoe's off to a good start. Chastain, McDowell, Bush, Kosovar, William Meyer, and his teammate from Hendrick Motorsport. Alex Bowman tucked in right behind, and then Christopher Bell. Here's Tyke Dillon making an inside move or attempting to down into turn 1. So hard to complete that pass. You're going to see he's actually going to come under attack. Step to his left just because the driver on the outside doesn't have to stay underneath that curving. I'm not a fan of all the runoffs. I wish we found a way as an industry to make the track be required or preferred. I don't want it to become an officiating thing. I need track limits. Jeff, I just wish there was something we could do in treating the surface. And you see that detention here. Ertz going by Denny Hamlin. Denny on a bit of a free fall here, down 8 since the start of the race. I would love to see the drivers trying to be restricted to the racetrack, or at least prefer to get restricted. And Denny Hamlin trying to talk about trying a different driving style, trying to apply it here. He thought he could use it at other racetracks, but so far, he's going the wrong way. And he's used up at 24 way off the pace. Yes.
Way off and lost 2 positions to Christopher Bell, and the defending race winner, Chris Buescher. That puts Buescher into the top 10. Let's have a look at this. And it's teammate on teammate. Bowman on the inside of Byron.
Yeah, Bowman was there, and Byron just turned down on him. I'm not sure if he thought Bowman was going to get him that spot. For the contact, lost momentum, lost several spots. Still under attack. Yeah, that's what happens. You lose that momentum.
Denny Hamlin started deep in the field. He's got a lot of work cut out for him. And Larson started back there too.
This road has SDG, you can really see the message, you can see the interlude. You get right behind another car, it becomes very difficult to really hit your marks, understand exactly where you are on the racetrack.
Hey, Burns, let's talk more about William Byron.
So you guys mentioned going the wrong way. William just radioed the crew. And by the way, they usually radio the most pertinent information when they come past the start finish line because they know the radio signal is good. He told the crew coming by really tight, especially off of the carousel. So on that turn exit, Jeff, when you're tight coming off the carousel, you lose life time. Yeah, tight days, the car just does not rotate, doesn't turn the way the driver wants to. So what that means is he just has to wait before he can accelerate. And the guys behind you, they're not waiting. So they gain momentum on you. That's the common theme. I heard, I spoke to a lot of drivers this morning, and so many of them, the majority of them got lost.
Oh.
Not Larson the problem. I got no brakes.
No, you're right for radio.
Yeah, I heard no brakes. You heard Cliff Jacobs get right on the radio to bring it to us. So it sounds like the battle is coming to pit road. He was running 24.
But 24 from quite a distant qualifying effort of 26, which is hardly unusual for Kyle Larson.
That's odd. No brakes this early in the race. Replay here. He just moves it all on his own. Said no brakes. So obviously he has enough brakes to slow down a little bit. Because if you got to get in the front stretch with 0 brakes, you would go straight into the barrier, as we've seen drivers unfortunately do over the years here. But something is amiss with the 5-car Kyle Larson, whether he has no rear, no front, or maybe the pedal itself is just long. You know, he was reporting a brake issue. We'll see what he does. Like right here, he has no brakes. He's using some braking in that corner. Obviously, it's just not what he wants to do. I don't see if he breaks the pit road or if he's trying to ride it out. Remember, stage 1 comes to an end in 13 laps.
A frustrating weekend last weekend in Iowa for Larson, when he was getting hit by everything and everybody, and he was pretty unhappy about that. And then the frustration continues this weekend. So, led every lap has Ryan Blaney down here, led 2 laps here at the Glen up until now. So, good luck for us year on year. However, that mirror is full of that WeatherTech Chevrolet of Shane Van Gisbergen. Can you tell us more about that?
He's made it to his pit stall lead. Can he bring the car to a stop? Gingerly, yes, he does. The eye with Cliff Anderson, they got that car home. It was destroyed in so many ways. But again, this weekend, mechanical issues, floors, and Steve, what would be your checklist as you hear the driver complaining about brakes?
Well, it's clear to me looking at just the helmet, but those aren't the normal tire changes. Those are the mechanics going over there right now. Reading his radio, he says he can pump the brake pedal on the gear pedal, but then when he steps on it, it slowly decreases like you're bleeding the brakes. That tells me they have some sort of fluid leak. It's not just air in the system, so that's what I'm looking for, Dave. Much like these crew members are doing right now, looking underneath the hood, see if there's any fluid on either of the calipers. Nothing obvious, but it's going to be hard to diagnose. Probably a day ender at least to be competitive for the 5. That's a tough one for the 5 team. Meanwhile, it's going great. If you're right, Blaney out in front, led every lap.
I'll say this, family. You don't really taste the eggplant. Okay?
He's not the biggest eggplant person.
It's mixed with egg. Okay? And then when you eat with the egg and the croissant, you really don't taste it. You know what I'm saying?
If Larcy's going behind the wall.
You want to take the corner?
No.
Okay, I'm going to go for you.
Jesus Christ, Larcy cannot catch a break. And what does Larcy need to do to get back to victory? That tea, or do something up, or get someone prevented from
Green
itching.
tea.
Change is always happening. It's part of life. Here at Xfinity, we want to do our part to keep one thing the same, with a 5-year price guarantee on our internet. So no matter how your other costs change, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi, with our best equipment included, for a price that stays exactly the same. Meet the IHOP House Day Friday menu. Everything's just $6. But the breakfast Phoenix combo, $6. French toast breakfast, $6. $6 for all this and all that. That's a lot of breakfast for $6. Weekdays at IHOP.
Welcome to the final fight for the playoffs. More heat, more heartbreak, more chances slipping away. From Iowa to Watkins Glen, Richmond to Daytona. Every lap, every pass, every point matters. Now it's time for more desperation, more determination, more drama. Only on NBC and USA. Welcome to the home stretch. Welcome to NASCAR.
Super day here in the Finger Lakes District of New York. It's super for Ryan Blaney, leading Shane Van Gisbergen, Chase Briscoe, and then Ross Chastain. Positions unchanged since the drop of the green flag, but something that has changed is that the driver who was meant to be in this race today, who is not. Tell us more, Marty.
Yeah, that's Connor Zillich, and it was fantastic leading down the green to see him back at the racetrack. It's even better to talk to him right now. I think number one, what everyone wants to know is how are you? But number two, what happened? Do you remember on the clutch and what happened?
Yeah, first of all, I'm doing okay. Very grateful to be able to walk away from that. And I guess I didn't walk away, but very grateful to be walking today and just be all right. Thank you to all the medics who took care of me, everybody who reached out and wished me well. I do appreciate it a lot. And yeah, it was fun to have the car. And obviously the window net was on the door, and as soon as they started spraying water, my foot slipped, and the last thing I remember was being halfway down and falling. So. Glad it wasn't any worse, and that the collarbone is the expected.
Oh shit, here.
But hate I couldn't make it to the race today.
Fine.
Give myself a shot to go get a good result for Trackhouse and Rebel.
So what happens from here? Because obviously you're contending for an Xfinity Series championship. You have the benefit of no weekend or no race next weekend. You're not racing Richmond. So what happens next, and how long until you're back in the car?
Yeah, we're still working out with all the doctors to figure out what's going to be the next steps. But I got a little motivation from Shane, my teammate. He had a plate put in and raced the weekend after. So I don't know if I'll be that quick, but hopefully my young bones will get fast and I'll be able to get back into this as soon as possible.
Fantastic to see you back.
You had to set your computer up.
Yeah. And hanging out with everybody, talking with folks in the garage area. It's so cool to see you back after the incident after the race yesterday.
Yeah, it's terrific, Marty. Look, out of respect to the teammates from show, not to show the footage, because frankly, it's not pleasant.
It's not pleasant. It was scary. It's like kind of got caught up in the door opening. That's 3.5 feet. He's standing like, you stand outside on your front stoop and imagine kind of falling off. So it's amazing to talk to him. I hate that he broke anything, but it looked like it could be worse. So I did tell him SVG got a play with in the race next week. I know there's some more information there. His race was yeah, I've said for a long time, these drivers are not built like everyone else. But the good thing is he's in really good shape in the Xfinity point. So he's, even if he took a race off, he got a medical waiver, he can still compete for a championship. So he and the doctors, they'll make some good decisions.
Denny Hamlin, it's going to be a tough day for me at 29th at the moment for the driver of the progressive Toyota Camry. Kim, tell us more.
Yeah, Denny quiet on the radio. That new style for Denny that you guys have referenced on road courses, I asked the Chief Chris Daniel about it. He said it did not show there's better pace yesterday in practice, so there's still a lot of questions on if it would even help. So they haven't seen the fruits of Denny's labor and the changes he's making on his approach to road courses. Chris also said the changes Denny made could be to the detriment of other things you do as a driver on a road course.
Well, I'll tell you from a driver's standpoint, in today's world with limited testing, it's very hard to find something major and immediately get it. It's going to take an investment if you want to try something different in an effort to find more speed. And sometimes that investment is a bad race. And at some point, you have to decide, okay, this isn't going to work. This isn't going to be better. I have to move on, or just continue down the path.
Kenny Walsh just uploaded a video talking about Connor Zolish's fall yesterday.
Yeah, I told you, I looked at it already.
And then he also talked, he uploaded it here on his channel.
Insights on overall speed for the entire year, 32nd road course. So just a far fall from where he is on everything else.
Oh, he does a YouTube thing too, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And Chief Briscoe and Marty Chastain knows that Shane Van Gisbergen is going to be his teammate for the coming years because of that contract extension announced this week. Let's talk more about SVG.
It's funny though when you talk to Chase Briscoe after that Sonoma race, Lee, where he finished second to SVG, he said the frustrating part for me is I could see SVG wasn't even going 100%. Could SVG be not going 100%, sitting in second place as well? Listen to the radio.
How are your tires there, firing off? Not too bad. Probably a little bit of the tip. He just got a bit more rear end than they on exit. Copy that.
SVG later said in the conversation, I'm just hanging out, Steve, saving my rear tire. So let's have a discussion about that. How much will that be a factor today for the drivers, kind of saving those rear tires? It kind of became the story of the Sonoma race a few weeks ago. Yeah, this tire compound seems to start tight and then basically quickly just go away with the back of the car. One thing at Sonoma is more acceleration here. Walking Glen is so fast, it's just leaning on. No lateral grip, which can make it nearly impossible to make speed here.
Well, and he had the boost too because his dad just arrived last night from New Zealand to cheer his son on in pursuit of Blaney.
That's it. Wednesday happens. Your life just took a dark turn. I regret to inform you that I have devised the new misfortune of Wendy's. It's pure torture for your taste buds. With 4 nightmare sticks of dread.
Oh, wow.
Which one's your bed? You must surrender to your fate. Enjoy the anguish.
Ooh, I love it coming home.
Legal Limo at your service. Here to help you save hundreds by customizing your car insurance with Liberty Mutual. No, we should have gone the other way. Only pay.
What are you doing up there?
I'm just posting the number of visitors to the Homes.com network this month. It's become the go-to home shopping site.
go back up.
Oh, 17,891.
Just hand me some commas and zeros.
Plus 7.
What?
That's sweet. 25,000 more. Any reason why you didn't just go with over 100 million or even a billion visits a year?
Homes.com, the place to find a place.
Oh, Cosmo, if I buy both, am I spoiling her? At this price, you're spoiling you. With an extra 20% off, back to school shopping won't feel like spoiling yourself. You can't even run that and still sweet and sour thing like me and her other grandma.
It's been a fun summer, but back to school is finally here. Make sure you get a free 5G phone and real unlimited data from Straight Talk, so you can show Grandma their new sneakers. Stream the last lap of the race, and order some last-minute school supplies while the kids enjoy the last moments of summer. Switch to Straight Talk and spend less on wireless with a free 5G phone on us, on America's most reliable 5G network. Straight Talk, official partner of NASCAR. Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart.
Okay, guys, instead of getting WeatherTech, I saved a few bucks and got some cheap foreign-made floor mats, but they really stink. So put these on.
I'm thirsty.
Don't settle for cheap, stinky floor mats. At WeatherTech, we make our floor liners and cargo liners here in America out of pure, non-toxic American materials.
Dad, next time get WeatherTech. You don't stink.
Find out everything we have at WT.com.
You've done so much, Pops. Words of wisdom for the family.
There is no limit to unlimited wings. Mind blown.
Drivers are pitting.
Back at Watkins Glen, where green flag pit stops are underway to 19 and just Chase Briscoe completing his stop, lacking rear grip with the biggest of late days.
Ross Chastain had a top 4 qualifying run. Car's pretty good here. In fact, they told him he was getting better, especially into turn 1 every lap. So working on his craft, a very fast Chevy this afternoon for Ross.
A lap or two earlier than expected with 4 to go. You don't really see 3 to go. I think the strategy to this is to get new tires, get a little clean air, and try to run a fast lap. But also, if we get yellow, then your pit stop is already done. We'll see if Blaney or SVT pit this time around. They could run really a whole another lap because they'll get 3 to go here. As the leader, they can close pit road with 2 to go. So leaders stay on the racetrack. No surprise to it this time. They don't think this time. So I would imagine the leaders will be really the only place.
SVG is just hanging back. He's not going 100% just yet.
Are going for points. You see the gal
Dowell's in, Kyle Busch, saw Chase Briscoe come in.
The car was a little bit lazy on the turn and too free on exit. Kyle Busch, you saw him go a little bit long in his pit stop. They had to back him up just a little bit. He's really good to the exit, but he struggles on the bus stop, especially on the exit of the bus stop. And boy, Kyle Busch, within the center caution, they're going to lose a lot of track position here with that pit stop.
Oh, man. Right through the box, to the wheels turn. Did a nice job committing. The crew did a good job getting the arrows out of the way. So minimum time loss for a pretty big mistake.
Huge line.
A few car lengths behind the Dowell.
Check the drivers coming.
He's going to have to let the whole thing play to see what he really gets up. Well, there's one right there. There's Bell. Here comes Byron.
As we saw over the opening 16 laps, just how hard it is to pass today here at the Glen. So any positions that you give up on pit road, it's going to be extra hard to get it back on the track.
Leaders should be on pit road this time. There they are. Blaney, SVT.
Leaders are in.
Have as much time as possible. Now it's a battle of victories, Martin.
SVT described the balance as
Pit road will now close with 2 laps to go. Now we give the lead to Chris Buescher, and Alex Bowman will be in second.
Pretty straightforward, no worries. Blaney stays ahead of the WeatherTech Chevrolet.
Stays ahead of the 88 and also stays ahead of any other car that has pitted. So these two lead the strategy of cars that have taken service. You see Briscoe Chastain climbing the hill now. That hands the lead of the race. No shock to me of who decided to stay on the racetrack. The 17 of Buescher, the 48 of Bowman, the 60 of Freeze. Basically all the drivers in the playoff conversation. Also, the 9 of Chase Elliott, I believe that is purely a points battle for the regular season championship. He's trying to run down his teammate William Byron. But we need points because we're in this really tight point battle, and we all got points. So we really didn't lose anything, we didn't really gain anything, right? So you love the opportunity to get these points. But here's Booker, he'll get 10 points. Bowman, 9. Reese, he'll get 8. So
Final lap, stage 1.
1 lap to go in this opening stage presented by Credit One Bank. And last year was an interesting mix of 2 stops versus 3 in the go bowling at the Glen race. Look at this between William Byron and Kyle Busch.
Oh, come on, Bush, don't.
That's impressive.
And then on the outside.
Front row view of this. He says, I might get out of it. I might just try and clear them both. Not quite close enough.
A crossover.
This is wild heading up into the S's. It's a lot more serene with Chris Buescher. Out of turn 5, regular line over the other side of the strip. Heading towards turn 6. All right, so he's going to pick up where he left off here at the Glen. That is in a winning position. Chris Buescher in the BuiltSubmarines.com RFK Ford wins stage 1.
Until the line, Chris Buescher's stage 1 winner. Alex Bowman, Ryan Preece, Chase Elliott's going to finish 4th. John Nemechek and Ricky Stenhouse with stage points. Then Ryan Blaney, SVG, Chase Briscoe, and Cody Ware is going to round out the top 10. So yeah, Larson's 13 down.
13 laps or just 13?
13 laps in the garage. Everybody's final.
Then there's John Hunter, new kid on the block, all gas, no brakes. Oh, and then we have Daytona, before it 3 times, no big deal. We have a lot of drivers all day.
Wednesday happens. Our meal of misfortune is now worth it. It's pure torture. It's uniquely excruciating deep seated. Enjoy the English. Right now at Ashton's Labor Day sale, get a free adjustable base with Floyd mattress purchase. Plus, you can now or pay later with no interest until 2030 when you buy in store. Shop more Labor Day mattress deals in store and online. Only at Ashley.
When things heat up, you don't just want a cold one. You want the coldest ones. The cold lager, cold filter, cold packaged one. Not the cold refreshment. Cool is right. Choose chill. I told myself I was okay. My moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis.
If my psoriatic arthritis symptoms, but just started, isn't okay.
And I was done 7. If you still have symptoms after trying Humira or Enbrel, Revoke works differently. Revoke is a once daily pill that can rapidly relieve joint pain, stiffness, and swelling as fast as 2 weeks for some. And even at the 3-year mark, many people felt this relief. Revoke can stop joint damage, and in PSA, can leave skin clear or almost clear.
Revoke can lower available skin infections, support treatment, test fatigue and anxiety, serious infections, blood clots, some fatal, cancers including lymphoma and skin, serious ignorant.
You know, if Junior Motorsports keeps winning at the rate they're going to get to 200 wins much sooner than you know it. Watch. Might take them. It's going to take a few years for them to get there.
Done settling? Ask your rheumatologist for Revoke. Take back what's yours. AbbVie can help you save.
You know, if it wasn't for Cup drivers in the field, being in the field, I think we would have gotten Junior Motorsports would have gotten to 100 wins much sooner.
NBC Sports coverage of NASCAR on USA is brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places. And by Go Bowling. Go to gobowling.com to find a center near you. Now, they called the strike that clocked over 140 miles per hour. They called the strike further than anyone thought possible. Now they're taking things to a new height, literally. Veteran driver Michael McDowell used gravity and guts to successfully complete the world's highest strike, soaring over 150 feet from the top of the grandstands to the infield. The new record shows how Go Bowling continues to bowl it the fastest, the farthest, and highest.
The world's high. Damn, the world's highest bowling. Damn. The world's highest bowling.
So we unfortunately, after the crew pushed him back to the garage area, this is where the 5-car heads remain. They changed the brake lines. They asked Kyle to pump the brakes to see if there were any leaks in the system, and he took them to bring it back and said, no, we're going to we have a seal issue, so we'll have to try that
like
again in a few minutes.
like the
Steve,
pin.
it's painful trying to fix something like this in the middle of a race that we've got to get right. Yeah, it's painful, and there's going to be a lot of discussions. We talk a lot about just the size, the number of men and women in all these organizations. It's for quality control and trying to avoid issues like this. Now, for 5 and Kyle Larson, who's already won 3 races on the season, you know, he can look back and say, well, if you're going to have this issue, now's a great time. But what aren't they going to learn about this 2-year tire that gets with the rope? What aren't they going to be able to do? Could they score some points? Right now, this is the fear that keeps you up at night. The entire playoffs. Because it's simple.
Whatever, a DNF from Larson's not going to kill him. Well, he's going to win again this year. Watch, it's just going to take a little bit.
I think everyone that didn't get the 10th year, they have enough fuel going to run about 31 to 33 laps. You know, I would just be scared to start at the front with old tires. These tires have lost about a second half depending on the car. We'll see if the crew chief is crazy. Busher, Bowman, and Priest, to your point, Jeff, they're kind of all racing each other. So, like, they're all forced to do that strategy. Don't get really gained or lost anything, but if you chose to pit the beginning stage, you would have given up at least 6 or 7 points to your competitor. And then to see it, Busher sets the stage, and everybody else is acknowledging, well, they want our stage from our stage. Bowman up there, everybody.
Alex Bowman going down pit road, but Ryan Priest did not come down pit road. They're going to run a little bit long here, committing to a 2-stop trend. In his 6 in this game, he did come down pit road. Alex Bowman on pit road for you, King.
Yeah, actually, talking about Chris Butcher, they made the option to try and use track position and clean air or pit the 25th on the restart. Ultimately decided to stay up. Yes, how many laps will I have to go? Is it 17 at the big ass? 4 laps without falling, they would be in a better spot in the final stage.
Alex Bowman off the pit road now, 4 tires and fuel. This cover's been good all weekend long, and they believe that this was the time to maybe need some stability through the S's and some overall rear grip. That stability through the S's is important. Fastest part of the racetrack, a good place to pick up time.
Only 3 cars yet to fit. Chris Buescher, Ryan Priest, Chase Elliott. As we get ready to begin stage 2 here at the Glen.
COPD is
Johan, voy para allá. The one with the empujamiento.
But then, Trilogy helped us see things a little differently. Trilogy keeps areas open for a full 24 hours and prevents future flare-ups. Glen's daily Trilogy also includes lung function, so you can breathe more freely all day and night.
Trilogy won't replace the rescue. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high cannot take Trilogy more than prescribed. Trilogy may increase inflammation and osteoporosis, cause blood drip force and breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or often occur.
Ask your doctor about Glen's daily Trilogy for COPD, because breathing should be beautiful all day and night. This is an important hearing. If we don't get this, we'll be solid.
Finds out that my boyfriend is
is going to explode.
Donnie Ray Black was murdered. They knew about it. They covered it up.
The question you need to ask yourself is this: what are you willing to do to be a rainmaker?
The Rainmaker premieres Friday at 10 on USA. Ford Summer Sales Event is on at Big Valley Ford. Big savings on your new work truck at Big Valley Ford. A massive inventory of in-stock work trucks with up to $10,000 off a new F-450 service line. In the spots and auto mall, Big Valley Ford, where big is fast. Give it more good, where accidents happen and insurance companies can help with claims. Our hero rises to get justice for the injured. Sweet James. In your permanent car, truck, or motorcycle accident, Sweet James will make insurance companies pay. Are you through? I was warming up. From the Turtle that's won over $1 billion for their clients, comes Sweet Justice with Sweet James. You pay nothing to tell you that. The Ford Summer Sales Event is on at Big Valley Ford. It's 0% APR on new Ford F-150. It's Ford, Mustang, Lightning, Mach-E, and Escape Plus. No payments for 90 days. Just on Highway 99 in the spots and auto mall. Big Valley Ford, where big is fast.
Chamber of Commerce weather here in the Finger Lakes region. I'm up to take you on today. The go bowling at the Glen. Stage one went very quick. Very quick. Yes, it did. 20 Deal here, joining you here on the Peacock Step Box. And should we be surprised, DJ, that the three drivers right around the cut line all stayed out of those stage points here at stage one?
No, no surprise at all. I mean, you have to play the game to a certain point. These guys are trying to do the right thing at this particular time to solidify their spot if there's that many points available.
What?
Yeah, they understood that. Since everything for that regular season, you also voiced the Byron last week. So everything kind of went as expected. You said the weather's great and the fans are come out. They love the bit that this is. But here's the deal. They all play the same game.
Okay.
I'm not
6 cookies each time, okay?
Okay.
So those containers have increments of 6, so 12 or 18.
Okay. Works for me.
12 right here is my thing.
Fun to watch it with those older tires up front and clearly some good cars right behind them.
Yeah, including the ball man and the guy who's led tonight, Ryan Blaney. Good one up in 4. There's going to be a lot of crew chiefs out pit road really watching this restart because there's a big deviation kind of the plan coming at the end of this stage. Like obviously you have to get before the end of stage 2. The other matches stay out and run the stage 2 and then one more time. All we think you need to know is one plane needs to start with fresh tires, one plane needs to start with old tires.
All right, we're coming to the green this time. Okay. Okay, looks like the 1760. Wow, okay. So I guess they're staying out then. Okay. Yeah. No one.
How do these tires fire up? How much lift do they have? Your point, Steve, everybody wants to know because if it works, and that makes changers back.
All right, let's see how.
Well, the opposite side of that, if they hit, that you were lower than he's 31st. Yeah, so.
All right, let's see how this restart goes. All right, stage 2 about to get underway. Chris Buescher and teammate Ryan Preece on the front row. Here we go. Blaney and SVG gonna split Chase out down the, and Ryan Preece is gonna take the top spot. Let's go. SVG, Blaney are gonna split the 17, and the 88's gonna get ahead of. Yeah, the 12. Oh wow. Here he comes. SVG is going to take the lead finally.
So how far can Priest go, Jim? That's a good question.
Well, he gets such so much better of a job than his teammate did in managing that restart.
No.
And now he's got multiple cars between
No.
he and
Oh my
Busher.
God.
Shut that one from Christopher Bell's front end.
Diving on the inside is Tyler Reddick.
Good clean run there. Now the super pressure's coming for Priest Steve. From behind, they're all over it.
Yeah, I thought the 60 was actually going to pull away and lead at least a lap or two, but no, the 88 caught much soon.
Now remember, Bowling was kind of being the bogey line, right? He finished for tires, right? He's all the way back in 31st. Really, at this point, he just don't want to get pushed off track. And that's what Chastain was thinking. I'm going to give the 60 a shove. Find my way through. 17 going to try to fill the hole. 24 is going to take a 3 wide right here.
Yeah, the shifter
No, how many did you get on the phone back?
here, so we're going to see how it can maintain. Let's see, I agree with you. I think they're looking at the 17 and the 48.
Yeah.
So where do we mark out with those guys once we run a little bit?
Para el
Because
trabajo.
anytime that they bring the 60 in the pit road, from right now on, they can make it on one more stop.
It's a tough position for Butcher to be in.
Yeah.
But now if you're not going to hold your line, and you look at that zig-zag, the closing range is just so high. With all the not just the scoring ability of the race car, it's the braking ability of the race car. Those good tires, the car does not slow down as well, it does not corner as well, and everybody around you has way more speed. You have to know when to fight and when not. You always have to give them a lane. Give them the lane you want them to have. Do not slow them down more than you have to do. There's an art to this. Get yourself pushed offline, 4 seconds is 1 lap.
Okay.
Toyota on board with Christopher Bell. Having a look at my check-out teammates up ahead. And Ty Gibbs is having a really nice run today. He's clear McDowell.
They make it look so smooth. That camera angle shows just how rough some of that curve can be. Chris is kind of settled in now because everybody's stacked up behind him.
Bueno, sí que llegan entrevistas que pues claro, nos quedó un día con
He's side by side with Chris Busher. It shows that makes the picture the difference between Chris and Busher.
Okay, no.
To your point, Steve, what is the jump line doing? Bang. All on the turn. Shot way up the racetrack.
Yes.
Oh, not done. Not done. Keselowski squeezes in. One side and the other. Todd Gilliland's down in the mix in the 34. There's one more chasing there. Here goes Eric Jones. Takes to say, what are we doing? And you heard
She said it's dropping back. Fuck.
We've got to hit the tires with this race car.
Yeah, Chase, I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to pit. I know it's gonna come at an expense of losing a lot of track position, but you have no choice. I didn't want to give up. I didn't want to give up. Whoa! Josh Berry. Damn, Josh Berry gets spun. Hey, now, better give him a. Come on, go. Chase Elliott's on pit.
Hold the caution as long as they could. If the field was past the incident, they would hold it, Gil.
Yeah, and Chase saying the balance there feels like it's okay when they're in a decent lap. Obviously, though, rear brake going away on those older tires. They put fresh stickers on and whoa, at the Bueller rolls over the car. That's going to slow this up just slightly.
Caution. What the fuck?
The reason is debris exit of turn 5 where Josh Berry spun.
Then show us the debris then.
He makes it back to pit road.
At least Chase Elliott made it up. Okay, thank you for actually showing the debris. At least you guys aren't like Fox Sports. Oh, is that Zane? Okay. Yeah, I think that will be a. Yeah, that's gonna be a. That could be a tire cutting hazard, right?
Oh, it's ringing. You're going to answer. No.
NASCAR held the yellow, allowed 21 to drive rating, and then the real racetrack.
Oh, boom! Damn.
This with a huge impact on yesterday. Is the brake line Chase Elliott stuff? It's reacted to this.
Yeah, also gas can. He comes in with his second gear. He trips over the tire. Gas can goes on the front. Now, luckily, he was the only car on pit road. There was really no penalty to a slower stop. But this could have been much worse. Had about 100 pounds of fuel falling and rattling around back there. So great thing and great job by Chase Elliott getting up the jack. Good communication between two teams and the team. But that could be scary. One thing is going at John Giannato, big, strong John Giannato.
It's not.
And so the guys do things a little differently than some here. I thought their good coach this morning, and he reminded me that the tire changers stay where they are, if you will. They don't reverse direction. So the rear stays there, he becomes the front becomes the rear. He said the hardest part, though, is what happens at the back of the car. They're not used to all of that stuff going on back there when they reverse these pit stops. So see, that's where the confusion is. Not confusion, but just practice that they don't do every week. And this week, caught just a little bit out there. The best thing I can equate it to is layups. Remember, you played basketball as a kid, whichever your dominant hand was, you could make a layup, and whether you're a good or a bad basketball player, that feels pretty common. When you try to use your non-dominant hand, I could barely even make a layup. So the gas can, the tire change, it's the same job, but it's awkward. You're stepping with the wrong foot first. You're moving in the wrong direction. The choreography, the timing, just everything is backwards. We talked about it in the pre-race. It's the smallest detail, the big difference, Jeff. His pit stops used to be multiple seconds slower. Now these teams are doing it basically just a few hundredths of a second slower than they do in the open. It's amazing to watch them. The guys are so trained. They do such a great job. Another thing that happened there, which is really important at this racetrack, most road courses for that matter, is just the communication from the spotters. There's multiple spotters around the racetrack, and sometimes because of that,
Well, we'll see. You probably noticed now that Chase Elliott's rocking a gold racing helmet. It's nice to have a different helm.
Good communication from the guys that don't normally do it. Yeah, a lot of blocking here, no win fingers at the front. I get putting on strategy a little bit for 21. And then I assume we're going to see the 63, 17 pusher as expected. But so
All right, the drivers that stayed out on that restart are going to come in. I probably noticed that a lot of pretty much every driver in the field has the windshield wipers. I guess if they get dirt or debris, you know what? I think I should reboot my my take on if drivers should have windshield wipers, regardless if it rains. I think it's just for like debris or sand getting up into their window. They use it to wash it off. I would really like to see a road course race in the rain as long as there's no hydroplaning or pooling water anywhere. If we could have something like that without any issues, then we're all.
At Credit One Bank, we believe having credit rewards with little moments today can lead to even bigger ones tomorrow. Earn up to 10x points on travel and 5x points on dining with the Credit One Bank Wander American Express card. Credit One Bank for what's ahead. It's me. Wednesday hours. My meals as fortune is now at Wendy's. It's pure torture. It's uniquely, excruciating, Dixie death. Enjoy the meals.
All right, we're at 60 laps to go.
Radios fans go to what they've been bargaining for.
If you're looking for the cookies, they're right there on the computer.
Series premieres Friday at 10 on UA. The best selection of new Chevy cars, just in those EVs, unmatched savings, the best rates available. Search Chase Chevrolet open their doors in Stockton in 1944. You brought it to our way of doing business and made us your #1 solo auto dealer. Our way works even harder for you, giving you more for your trade, helping you find payments that fit your budget. Hassle-free buying experience with personalized service every step of the way. Come see us today. Chase Chevrolet, right into it. In our Great Valley from San Joaquin,
We work the soil.
we raise our children,
We invest in our communities.
and we hope to leave a lasting legacy. This valley is our home, and we all breathe the same air.
We want to say thank you.
Today, our air much better than in the past.
And while we still have work to do together,
Through your efforts, our valley is cleaner than it has ever been. Visit valleyair.org/ourvalley to continue building a healthy future for all of us.
Back inside the single go racing in the
All right, back to green. All right, back to green.
I want an air conditioner for you.
Chase Briscoe, William Byron, and Kyle Busch. Look at Busch. Rounds up the 24 is on the attack. I can't tell you how impressive it is to be the outside through the left-hand S. What Kyle Busch just did to this 24. That's the second time we've seen the 24.
I think Kyle Busch is going to have a strong day today, I hope.
Crash out, baby.
On the outside, a move you rarely see. I think he said, all right, William, you or I are going to lift it. It's not going to be me. And he put William in a position where he just had to lift to continue to fight the rest of the day. You're at the rest. These two guys were just getting into it. Austin Cindric and Michael McDowell. You see that on the exit of the bus stop. They were roughing each other up. Bubba Wallace had a front row view of that. McDowell goes wide.
I'm charging my headphones, dude.
Not quite close enough.
I think your phone's telling you in my suffering. I think that's what it's telling you. You think?
Yes.
I know I know new phones nowadays are expensive, but
No, because it's charging on that wireless thing. And yeah, maybe
it's also the age of the phone. You bought that phone 8 years ago.
it's also from Wi-Fi. It could be being hacked.
Oh. Yeah, you're gonna have to get a new phone soon. We'll solve all the problems.
It's madness back here. It is so aggressive. Back to back. Everybody trying to get through there. Remember, they're chasing. The guys that hit it earlier. These guys just put on new tires. They want to try to take advantage of that new grip.
Yeah, we had a caution for debris.
Just debris.
And Josh Berry spun by a piece of his car landing on the track.
I love this shot. Look at the Chevrolet onboard camera, that right rear suspension. Now it turns to the right. Watch the left rear suspension on the 54. 54. I like the rear of the car actually rolls. Anti-roll bar by design, by name. Auto tire lock up. You heard from the drivers of the crew chief that once you lock the tire up once, it's really easy to lock up.
Yep, that's right. We're gonna have back-to-back Saturday Cup races. Here's Chase Elliott.
That's how intense it is, and that's the whole way back in 23rd and 24. These guys hate each other up.
Chase Elliott's only 27. Yeah.
We're going to start putting pressure on Blaney as we come around the 6 to go. I'm not sure there's going to be just an easy.
Well, SVG is definitely going to be in control of this race.
struggled at the beginning of this stage earlier. So I don't think you want to stay out on old tires, but the decision is about 3 laps away from the Williams.
Here's what you got.
Yeah, we've got a big name in the house, Michael Jordan. They're cheering up his 2311 drivers, and good reason to cheer.
There he is.
They love running in the top 10 currently. You know, we used to look at road courses and know.
Yep, there's the GOAT at Watkins Glen.
But over the years, he's worked hard on coming up with a plan, setting, understanding where he needs to push this car at next speed. It feels like he's definitely starting to click with things on road courses. Still knows that there's a lot more room to grow. Right now, happy with the car. Wants to run a little overall grid, but Brett should understand. And he feels like they have a great car together.
AJ had a good week too. He finished second in the White Marlins Open on his first captain.
So y'all probably noticed that Bubba Wallace has a out of normal pink McDonald's car.
He was happy with that.
For just $1 more, you can make it a Happy Gilmore meal and get a collectible cup.
Gilmore with his own deal computer. I love the cup.
Todd's last sale this summer has been extended. Save up to 25% on moving and storage until September 27th.
Josh Berry is the first car one lap down. Michael McDowell just made pit stop. Teammate Justin Haley's on pit road.
When things heat up, you don't just want a cold one.
I think it's scheduled stop.
The coldest. The cold lagered, cold filtered, cold. Mountain Cold Refreshment. Coolers Light. Choose Jet.
Applebee's 2 for $25. One appetizer has
Hold on a second.
chicken, parmesan, fettuccine.
Choose one appetizer and 2 entrees. Applebee's iconic 2 for $25.
Actually, Labor Day sale is going on now. Only half price for every room, starting at just $41.99. Plus, for a limited time, you can save up to $1,000 for a ride, or pay no interest until 2030 when you buy in store. Only at Ashley. Save that on payers.
Sometimes things fall right into place, but other times they just fall.
What was that?
But at least you can get it fixed now and pay later in 4 interest-free payments at
I'm plugging up my
SafeLife.com.
stuff, okay?
And SafeLife can come to you for free.
Which stuff you're
Just check it once in a while. Okay?
All set, here you go. Thank you.
Okay.
Take care.
Yes.
Get it fixed now and pay later at SafeLife.com.
Hold on, Mom. Hold on.
For some salt pickle, we sell masterpiece. A side smasher with Grillo's pickles and Dilly Ranch, tangy pickle toppings, pickle reescalation, pickle flavor bubbles. It's called Big Bill Grill, and it's a work of art.
How bad could a non-car go?
And I might take
Before we go here at stage 2 at Watkins Glen, the man who led the most laps in that stage.
SVG's.
He said the rear tires were much better on this one. Now the
I think he only has 2 wins at Watkins Glen. All right, Mom.
As Chase Briscoe continues his stomp here on pit road, Kevin Balance was better than that, but he's still
The
struggling.
IndyCar race at Portland's been delayed because of golf.
Where's the other Chargers?
I haven't seen any other Chargers.
Well, where's the 2? Where's the one you're not using?
It's in my room. I can let you borrow it.
Let's see what Blaney does. If he pits, then it'll be where he rejoins the racetrack. Now it's a stage win, which is the playoff point. So Blaney might still go on that with the playoff points. Car, so this is the whole situation. Let's see what he does. Stay on the racetrack. So Blaney's going to stay. I don't know if that'll allow anybody else. No, they're all married to this strategy now. So all of these teams are going to stay out and get points. So that points battle is interesting. I did talk to Jonathan Hessler about that this morning. He said, yeah, we can get inside in the point car. So we need to stack some points if we can, when we can. It appears this is one of those times. Further back in the pack, and there was a battle between Alex Bowman, Chris Buescher, Ryan Fleet. Alex Bowman hit it kind of in a traditional way. The other guy stayed out. Well, that's what happened because of that. Alex Bowman in 8th. None of those other guys are in position to get points. So if this stage ends like it looks like it will, Alex Bowman will get points, but none of you will not. Fucking stacked up in front of us. Reese's in 11th. Yeah, Reese did a nice job. Wait, what do you think like your position back in 3 He's at like 5. The picks, right? The ball's trying to hold off 43-47. The 60 right there with that right blue. Good is now to the inside. But I think that's Rodney Hurts. That's the correct monster car. Too many monster cars out there on the racetrack. We need to keep them all straight, okay? You don't think a point matters less than battle. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's Ty Gibbs with the fresh tires. You put it under the last guy. One to go.
Oh my. I'm fucking. Whoa. Eric Jones going off the track.
I thought that was going to be guardrail for sure for the 43 of Jones. And as he gets it gathered back up, the race continues at the end of the back. Yeah, you did. You got slammed out of the line, no doubt.
Yeah, but yeah, he was.
Pick up that one spot and get a point. Probably not. Chase Elliott on better tires. All kinds of pressure.
All right. Oh, Nemechek, hard hit. That's gonna be. Well, stage is ending anyway. Anyways, Blaney, stage 2 winner. Byron 2nd, Bell 3rd, Allmendinger 4th, Keselowski 5th. Riley Herbst at stage points. It's Bowman, Stenhouse, Gibbs, and Preacher top 10. What the fuck? Those are teammates. Show us the replay of the 42. Oh, wow. Fuck. Oh, no, I'm not working. I didn't get it.
Charge the phone. Did you get it?
No, I didn't.
It was just in the thing. What's the white cord? I was just having it.
The place to find a place. What are you willing to do to be a rainmaker? Next, after the race, stay tuned for the NASCAR Cup Series post show to get a special look at USA's new series, The Rainmaker, premiering Friday at 10 on USA.
I have it right here. I found it. Stupid thing. So I'm reaching for the stupid charger that you don't even use. And then I burn myself with the teeth.
Are you okay, Mom?
Waste money because you don't even use things that you buy.
Yeah, I'll be gracious enough to let you borrow this. But hey, I'll let you.
No, I'm gonna use this if you don't use it. Where's my steamer? Just watch these batteries.
Oh.
I'm coming!
I lost my 10. And if a man's gotta go, then a man's gotta go to the fucking man. I'll feel better when I. So you don't. So get. You know what? Send me home. I don't deserve to be. If you want to, go right ahead. It was nice. Oh, fucking. I'm carrying this thing. All right. I want to take her to the fucking. Who the fuck? It's the fucking 54. Is that fucking 54? God damn, the fucking 50 crashed. But God, fuck. Is that? At least they showed the replay. Yeah, Ty Gibbs just dumped the fucking 42 car going to the fucking carousel. Well, it was the stage. I mean, well, they were coming to the end of the stage anyway, so why should they throw a caution like right away?
Interesting you say that, Kid Brad, because we told you this morning, tires is going to be a factor. Their fall off, the fact that we may want them to make our way through the field. Two guys there who really love to. They need to win the race they want here to the 2025 NASCAR Cup Series playoffs. After today, only 2 to go.
I see that.
When my doctor gave me breastfeed for my COPD, I noticed things changed. Breastfeeding better breathing started within 5 minutes. It also reduced grams.
Breastfeeding won't replace a breast milk for some breathing problems. It's not breast milk. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take breastfeeding if prescribed. Breastfeeding may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsening breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, tissue changes, or eye being occurred.
Ask your doctor about breastfeeding.
You can get this fixed now and pay later. You can get this fixed now and pay later. Get it fixed now and pay later in 4 interest-free payments at SafeLife.com.
And this.
Your mental health is better. But having uncontrollable body movements called TD, total dyskinesia, can feel a very.
Who's Cody that helps?
I asked my doctor about treating my TD with my TD.
Number 1 prescribed Ingrezza is clinically proven to treat TD, quickly reducing TD movements by greater than 5 times in 2 weeks. 98% of people were still satisfied with Ingrezza after 2 years, and you can keep taking most mental health meds.
Ingrezza can cause depression, suicidal thoughts, or actions in patients with Huntington's disease. Call your doctor if you become depressed, have sudden behavior, mood changes, or suicidal thoughts. Don't take Ingrezza if allergic. Serious side effects may include allergic reactions like sudden, potentially fatal swelling and hives, sleepiness, the most common side effect, and heart rhythm problems. Know how Ingrezza affects you before operating a car or dangerous machinery. Report fever, stiff muscles, or problems thinking, as these might be life-threatening. Shaking, stiffness, drooling, and trouble moving or balance may occur.
Taking control starts with asking your doctor about Ingrezza.
Right now at Ashland's Labor Day sale, get a free adjustable base and select mattress purchase. Plus, you can use now and pay later with no interest until 2030 when you buy in store. Shop more Labor Day mattress deals in store and online. Only at Ashley. Pod's last sale of the summer has been extended. Save up to 25% on moving and storage until September 22nd. And see why Pods is the most awarded container moving company. But don't wait. Book now and save up to 25% at pods.com.
It's Wednesday. Your life just took a dark turn. I regret to inform you that I have devised a meal misfortune with Wendy's. It's pure torture for your taste buds. With 4 nightmare states of dread. Realize my time asking which ones you'll get. You must surrender to your fate. Enjoy the language.
Back at Watkins Glen, about to start stage 3 today. I think it bears mentioning we're not even halfway in the race yet. Only 43 laps down. Stage 3 is very long. 50 laps here at Watkins.
All right, time for 50 laps. Fuck me. Fuck is this?
You look at the points earned all day long. The problem is everyone playing the points game is still playing the points game. They've earned the second, third, and fourth most points when you look at the guys around the cut line coming into the day. Yeah, but the issue is if you don't play that game, then you're going to put yourself in a hole there, and you don't need that anymore than what you had. So they had to do this and make it happen. Now you got to go get everything you can get. Yeah, Lee, and I mentioned, this is a long stage 3 here. I think we're also starting to see the tempers flare out a little bit after that incident a moment ago with Ty Gibbs and John Hunter Nemechek. So we'll see how this stage 3 plays out.
Yeah, 20 laps to stage 1, 20 to stage 2, 50 to stage 3. Need to remind you that Court is in session on USA Network's new thriller, The Rainmaker, based on the best-selling novel by John Grisham. Don't miss the series premiere this Friday, August 15th, right here on USA Network. It's streaming on Peacock, and I want to say that stay tuned for an extended sneak preview during our post-race show coming up right after the checkers play. So, mentioned earlier about that separation. When we go back to green, Stevie, I'm Blaney, who has led the most laps in his road course career in Cup Series competition. He'll see that flag first. This man we're riding with, Shane Ginsburg, will start in 12th. Yeah, so Blaney, Byron, Bell all have the oldest tires you see on our screen right there. They also are going to need the most fuel. So those three are going to have to absolutely wait on fuel during their pit stop.
Looks like Larson's back in the race.
Starting with Gibbs, I think they can do a normal 4-tire stop and probably get enough fuel in their car. SPT needs even less fuel, but I think he's going to want to take 4 tires anyway, so it's not going to be a big decision. We expect that you can run 31 or 32 laps at the green, so that means about lap 58.
SVG's in 12, so you didn't lose a lot of ground. Yep. All right, so Ryan Blaney, William Byron on the front row. Here we go.
Three wide into turn 1, multi-lanes right, Price goes right around the outside. That revised restart zone is working. We're not seeing that traditional turn 1 chaos. It spreads them out enough that we've had really good restarts tonight. The restart in great races. Hasn't taken any racing away. SPG is behind Chase Elliott. Get into the bus stop of 8th place. Pick up the response to the restart. From Chastain, Kyle Busch side by side. Out of the carousel. Busch on the outside line. What an encouraging day. And
Oh, Kyle Busch. Denny Hamlin.
How much is the damage going to be on that lane? He continues for now. Hamlin drops back. We mentioned earlier that too wide in the combination of 6 and 7 is very difficult. Look at all the track position lost.
3G up to 7th.
Daniel Suarez continues to climb. He's up to 7th as well. In the replay, see, Hamlin almost put 3 wide, and I just don't think Kyle Busch knows it. Kyle Busch turns into the 11 car. He does not know they're 3 wide getting into that corner. Yeah, Chastain is to the bottom of the 11. The 11 has to run the middle. You see him out of the gas trying to. And then right there, the tires hook together. That's when real damage can be done to the suspension. Let's take a look on board the host car in the 77. It's Kyle Busch. It's a very tight corner, and it is difficult for spawners to see that part of the racetrack to call you 3 wide. Yeah. I just don't think that Kyle ever knew that there were 2 cars underneath him. He only knew about the 11. It's another week with a pretty decent car for the gate that just walks not on his side. Alex Bowman's made his way to 4th, but Alex is kind of on his own strategy up there, hitting on different laps to Blaney and Byron, and also to Christopher Bell behind him, and also Grease and Van Gisbergen and those others. Let's talk more about the 48 to 10 minutes, Dave. So we just checked in with the Scrutiny Blaine Harris. He said, yeah, not many on our strategy. We're kind of in the middle of that, but the balance of the car has been so good so far that we haven't had to make very many changes for Alex. One more stop.
Hey, just so you know, the IndyCar race has been delayed by the start, not because of weather, but because of golf. Like, who gives a shit about golf? But either way, I'm gonna tune in to that after the Cup race, depending on how much chaos we get.
Really nice run by the 48. Second most points earned today, 13. Only second to Blaney's 14 in the statements. See him right there. Busher and Freeze 10 and 9. So he's kind of matching, gaining a little, but he's not losing. Bowman has the kind of day that he wants. He doesn't want any chaos. He just wants to have a good finish, not have any issues. SVG, get underneath the 60. Tell you something. The 60 car. It's been a good day. It has been. Reason's been driving that thing hard, bouncing off curves, getting after it. Look at his car sideways up the Evans. Toyota on board the Mike Gibbs. He was just told on the radio, Steve, if you keep going in the game, you can win this thing. You feel that's possible for the young driver at JGR. I think he's on the right side of the strategy. I think an 88 is in a good spot, the 54 is in a good spot just because they're required fuel needed. I think their pit stop can be short. So I agree. I think he's right in this. I mean, he's in position, he's inside the top 10. I like that conversation. I mean, the 88 is making moves, but you can only see a couple cars up. Laps ago, time gets frustrated. Bidlock trying to step in, get his head in the right direction. Ricky Baybar trying to make sure that his driver stays plugged in. You hear his frustration. He'll beats that his car doesn't respond with the front end like he wants to. You know what I like about that? It wasn't a request to stay in the game. It was a demand to stay in the game. He followed up what he said was stay in the game, Marty.
And Ty Gibbs has stayed in the game so far. Jeff in 7th, right in front of Ryan Priest in 6th. Having a fantastic day, as you guys mentioned. So they hit it at lap 30, Steve. And there was a lot of conjecture in the garage area this morning. Would you pick as soon as the window opens to make it to the end of the race? But with all this tire fall-off, Steve, would you want to go a little bit longer? Split stage 3 in half. I think a lot of teams are thinking as soon as that window opens, and for a lot of the 14s, that window opens in 2 laps. They might come to pit road and try and make it to the end of the race.
Yeah, I mean, I think 40 of those is just way too far out.
guys can run 31, 32, 33 laps. So if it was 40 to go and they're trying to save gas and save tire, I just don't see that being the right opportunity. I think that we haven't seen a lot of movement in the field, but the guys that stayed out on much older tires took the older transition earlier, and I was just expecting to have some late yellows. So while the late yellows will help your fuel tank, they're going to really abuse those Goodyear track tires.
Check this out, Jeff. I know that you jumped. We both saw it at the same time.
Yeah, it's a very difficult place to make a late pass. Not him doing all that he could. A little bit of contact there with Breeze, but that's just good hard racing.
That thing came off the final turn sideways. As he continued to shadow Ryan Freeze up front, Ryan Blaney has a 1.5 second lead over William Byron, and Van Gisbergen has gone from 12th to 3rd. There they are, first, second, third, right there.
Sometimes Gibbs stay to the right side of the road on this exit. You try to make Freeze out a little bit. You have to get left. You go right there. You can make some things happen. But Freeze just did a really good job of fighting that off the last lap. But now we're trying that again. Still tight, not happy with the way his car is driving.
Laps to go here at the Go Bowling at the Glen. Can it be a pole and victory lane day for Ryan Blaney?
Nice. It is a bit overwhelming when the business and the family. Ooh, it sounds like someone could use a vacation. A what? A vacation. Like taking a break from the stresses of life and work. I like when I'm logging everyone's hours so I can just sit for a while. I like when I'm making a delivery in my van and the song comes on that I like. So like when I take my work van to the car wash and then fall quiet in that zone for like 5 minutes. No, they're gonna go away and take pictures and I don't know, I've never been on it either.
Feeling wanted to reintroduce for presidents and margaritas doing NASCAR. But that was pretty complex, so we came up with a catchy line. Let's get a country song about Shirley's Presidente margaritas. Just a shameless way to sell Shirley's Presidente margaritas. Yup, sure is.
Push guy, only swings from my experience. If you encounter one, chances are there's a pack nearby. Fortunately, the same applies to beer. Head for the mountains of.
Oh, coleslaw. If that guy broke it, am I spoiling her? This pressure's spoiling you.
With an extra 20% off, back to school shopping won't feel like spoiling yourself.
It doesn't even let me see the sweet and sour thing like me and her other grandma.
There's a place named after Shirley. A secret spot. A high-performance hideout for cars that trade chaos. Who breaks? Check. Roll cage? Check. A spoiler so big it doubles as a picnic table? Oh, you bet. Every apex we nail, every second we shave, it's all knowledge that goes right back to you, Rob. Was that fun? It is. Win?
With the price of just about everything going up, we thought we'd bring our prices down. So to help us, we brought in a reverse auctioneer, which is apparently a thing.
Premium wireless. I'm going to get 30, 30, maybe 30, maybe get 20, 20, 20, maybe get 20, 20, maybe get 15, 15, 15, 15, just $15 a month. So, if they go with premium wireless,
This check is fun for steroids.
premium wireless, 15, 15, 15, 15, 15, 15, 15, 15, and so,
And you call the weekend.
an all-American club combo, extra jalapeno pure less out.
For just $1 more, you can make it a Happy Gilmore meal and get a collectible cup.
Gilmore with his own deal for sure. I love your cup. Actually, we're gonna have you Gilmore deal. Shut up.
Exciting careers are available now nationwide, ensuring the U.S. Navy has its next generation of submarines. If you're looking for a stable, impactful career, visit buildsubmarines.com. We build giants because it takes one to build one. Appropriately from all the buildsubmarines.com forward. We welcome you back to Go Bowling at the Glen. You're watching the NASCAR Cup Series here on NBC Sports on USA. Luke Dippy, Steve Letarte, Jeff Burton with you from the Glen on a 90-degree day. Yes, it's a warm afternoon to go racing for 90 laps around here. I'm going to show you a couple of things while we were away, while we're in commercial. We're on board with Michael McDowell.
Oh, heavy breaking into one. Contact with teammate Carson Hosenbar. Carson goes around.
Meanwhile, back at the front, the two guys who started on the front row in this race on two different strategies. Ryan Blaney continues to lead the way, but for how much longer?
About one corner. Inside SVG. Let's do the fire. Right, that's right. Tires, right. And the 10 just, I mean, Russian tires, faster car. The 12 has drove an amazing race. I think this is successful so far on what they tried to do. They gave him something opportunity around the 88. Now remember, I have Blaney needing more fuel when they come to pit road and fire and belt. So this is a big advantage for the 88. You see on our thing, just low fuel remaining for Blaney, fire and bell, and Bowman has a little more fuel on board. First car to come to pit road with 36 to go, the 60 of Priest.
Yeah, we mentioned the window would open here pretty quickly, especially for the forward. So Ryan Priest comes down pit road. So to his teammate Chris Fisher. Priest has been very happy with the long run speed today. He's going to need it with 36 to go. Yeah.
So the biggest impact for Chris Fisher is another air pressure adjustment to try and give him grip for this last run.
I haven't seen the tire light be good enough to think with 36 to go, he's been done for the day. I think Lee Caution can change this. The leaders, that can be a different decision, but I think SVG can run a few more laps. Oh, that's deep. Oh, that just sent Briscoe. Oh, here we go.
Wow, bouncing his way back onto the track. That was full motocross style.
Yeah, Ricky Carmichael will be impressed with that move across the roofs. And Briscoe wasn't impressed, I promise you that. No. But that's what I was saying earlier. Like, we always see when it finally comes to somebody wrecking somebody else, but there are 100 of those that happen all day long. Not to mention all season long. The new drivers kind of file those away.
So he's Chastain and Wallace up through the S's. Ross is on a mission here, and Bubba's not giving him anything. So that opened up an avenue for Chase Briscoe, then hit the curve.
That's right.
It wasn't malicious, it was just circumstantial.
That's right. The left front tire got to the left of the curve, the car starts hopping, and he's going to go off the track whether the car's there or not. We see the 24 on pit road, Dave.
Change the lefts, change the rights, full up. You have to wait a little bit here. You've been talking about that, Steve, because they last minute on lap 16. But here goes Byron, who probably would like to not be back on pit road before the end of the day.
I think this pit window is going to be kind of a long, the car's going to trip in maybe 4 or 5 cars at a time. Some ovals we go to, it looks like yellow. Every car comes at the same time. We'll see at what point enough cars are pitted that SVG thinks he needs to come to pit road. Remember, yellow, he would restart behind the cars that are pitted. That's the whole point. So, on the racetrack, as I would probably run it even in the mid-60s, as crazy as it sounds. Blaney has to come because he needs gas. So his decision to pit is kind of set from decisions earlier in the day. For Bell and SVG, I think you stay on the racetrack and try to have some fresher tires for late in the race.
That was more Jeff Burns.
Coming to pit road now, Lee. The car's been just a little bit tight for Ryan Blaney. Doesn't want to turn. And he said it was better than the first run and during that second run. And imagine what he's been going through today. Watching SVG around him from the moves that he's made. He just saw another. Did he learn enough to win this race today, Tim?
Austin Dillon coming off the top 10 finish in Iowa, his first top 10 since Texas, and maybe that car has been like in trouble. No forward run, still lacking rear grip, and maybe the Dutchman's get out of the carousel better.
Oh, look at this angry little bunch. They're back at it. They're still at it. Briscoe around Suarez. Now it's McDowell's turn.
Briscoe, when he entered the bus stop on the right side of the other car, he had to be nervous. He just got puttered out of the way a few laps ago. But back up front, SVG, he has been putting some flyers down. He took off and ran some Mid-73-second laps. That is absolutely fine.
Chastain was able to clear tight gears. Speaking of the 54, the Monster Camry, let's have a listen to some recent radio.
I take a bath to clean myself up.
Well, I mean, we got a real good understanding that from inside the car. So, you know, you can throw us there if you want, or we can keep rolling. But I wish. Oh boy, things are getting tense at JGR.
It's an interesting dynamic they have currently over there with a young driver, Ty Gibbs, and experienced crew chief with Gabe Hart as we see the 9 on pit road.
Yeah, the 9 is like Chassis adjustment. He said, I just got to keep the left rear on it. Remember, so many brake haters, a lot more load on the left side tires here.
That's a great point, Kim. When we talk about tire wear and rear grip going away, the left side seems to be the challenge as the 54 drops his left side. He's under attack by the 22 of Pagano. The interesting conversations are, you know, with Ty Gibbs and the entire team, right? Because what you're hearing from the pit box is, hey, we got the strategy. What I need you to do is make lap time, right? I need you to focus on getting the best possible speed out of this race car. Let us worry about the strategy. You have to trust us. But it just doesn't seem like that's where they are right now. Every sport, we've been reading so much about psychology, about trying to control your emotion in the moment. And I think that's what you're seeing in the 54, the crew chief wanting him to control the party.
Time against teammate Christopher Bell coming down pit road. He's had no real complaints about the handling of the car to Adam Siemens, but 3 laps before
Christopher Bell's in.
did say the brakes are starting to go a little bit long, and he saw one have to wait on fuel day.
All good right now for Alex Bowman. He'll be on and off the pit road. Lefts get changed first, rights get changed second when you're at Watkins Glen. Crew going after it. This should get it to the end. Where can he end up? He's good on points now, but does not have that win to ensure him in the playoffs.
Alex Bowman having a good day. And was hanging in there, so let's see what this with 32
He's
to
pitting
go.
one by
How it
one.
shakes out for the driver of the number 48 Ally Chevrolet for Hendrick Motorsport. I mean, he's in a 10th spot. He's in that no-win zone, but above the lines, the playoff point picture.
54 continues to lead spots. This time it's before Noah Benson going by.
The very first looks.
He does have pressure tires, about 10-lap pressure tires.
It's the final lap.
These Gibbs is coming in.
This would be a good decision if he's back with the
Huh. Unit check is still running somehow.
He got a nice job on using the couple puts around the side margins.
And frustration all the way around to the 54 team from the driver's seat, also from the pit box as well.
Well, Bowman will be good to the end fuel-wise.
As they try to go from the left side to the right side. Steve, you talked about the countdown to bring these reverse horsepower. What is tough on everybody from the pit road that's
We covered it last week in Iowa. This new move with the jack man swings the jack behind his back. And they make it look very, very simple. But now going in reverse, the handoff's going between the quarterback and the running back. This is from the jack man. So let's take a look. He's going to hang the right rear tire. Watch this man right here. He picks it up first. He loses the grip. Then he loses that handoff behind his back. So just a messy pit stop all around the jack man of the 54. With the pit box, down to the pit box, and the driver up there. Yapping at each other, banding each other. Those are the days you also have bad pit stops.
It was our gracious and powerful creator. Primus.
Take a look at the Toyota driver Hondo and a Chase Briscoe. So we like the five plates.
Transforming himself. From inside Primus. Primus. First time.
There's some 18 seconds between the two teams. And they really started to mess around on those opening laps to restart. Getting positions quite quickly. This is a part of the run and every race that Ross Jackson
guess the damage to the 42 wasn't as bad as we thought it was.
Really different to be Australia and also a fellow racer championship big event we have, Paul Morris. Paul Morris is kind of like the go-to private training guy now in Australia at the Marvel Motorplex. And I asked Paul yesterday what makes training change, and he says, with a very humble, it's his philosophy of always learning. I can always learn to be better. And he's influenced a lot of other drivers that way. So let's see if he can go one position better than last year.
Catherine Legg's running at 70.
Change is always happening. It's hard enough. Here at Xfinity, we want to do our part to keep one thing the same with a 5-year price guarantee on our internet. So no matter how your other plans change, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment included for a price that stays exactly the same.
Some just need snack time. This week we got snack yet. $1 corn dogs, $1 mozzarella sticks, and $1 soft pretzels every day from 5 p.m. Sonic Snack Yet. You're free inside.
It's no
What are you doing up there? I was watching over visitors to the Home.com network this month. Now your go-to home shopping site.
Got another 14,000.
What?
Gotta go back up. Oh, 17,891.
Oh, the column is zeros.
Sweet. 25,000 more. Over 100 million. Or even a billion this year.
Homes.com, the place to find a place.
There's a reason shit is called the heartbeat of America. Alright, we're all the power of Cybertron. Like the people who keep this country moving, doing what they do best. Helping nations, engineers, for them, only America's most convicted but in the Chevy truck, like every Chevy driver, dependability comes standard.
SVG's.
28 to go. Watkins, Glen, Shane, then Ginsburg, and comes to pit road. This was the plan all along. The short stage street. And that's who gets
Yep, here comes Chastain.
And you can see how far behind Ross
I think SVG will be good on fuel.
They need a longer, a little bit shorter stretch of Sunoco fuel, and he said it was definitely too loose this run. So a little air pressure adjustment that's already been made on one of these tires or more as it hits the road, and that will be done. The first car on the racetrack, they can now make it on fuel. Look off in the distance as they climb the S. There he is, 24 and 12. Those are the other two cars that have pitted with the idea of making it to the finish. The SVG trying to get cars that can make it on gas. Nice job. Lady runs great laps on those two tires. They close that gap on SVG.
Often officers are called to scenes of crisis. People there need help.
All right. Wait, come on. Stop for a second.
Door, bumper, quick.
Are you spies? Or just incompetent lackeys? That just means he believes himself.
Kozlowski's having a quiet day.
He was unconscious?
We witnessed Sentinel's betrayal, saw the crimes. And now, we were once the high guard. We witnessed Sentinel's betrayal, saw the crimes. Since that day, we've been fighting from the shadows, doing whatever we can to sabotage Sentinel.
Kozlowski and Austin Cedric as they head to the bus stop. This is second and third, but they still have to pit. So there's some scrap going on.
SVG's pit stalls before the start-finish line, so Briscoe led that lap when he
really what they're thinking. Saying, let's run this thing through all the way to when they get tired. If we have a late yellow, we can stay out. And others say choose to come to pit road.
With my head in the teeth. Right back against such crash.
Much better speed. Really good job of improving.
Cindrickson. Nah. Thank you for the subscription. The Master Gamer Hunter 27. I really appreciate it. Yep. Cindric's running a commemorative snap-on scheme for today's race. And then JJ Yaley, he's got Syracuse University on his car. I think that's what it is. Oh, okay. So Hunter or Monty 24. All right, then I'll refer to you as those from this point forward. So yeah, the next time I see you on the stream, I'll refer to you as either one.
First season of Joe Gibbs Racing. He's been the king of qualifying. It's been an incredible season. Now, how far can he go in the playoffs? We'll begin that question after the next two races following the drop of the checkered flag here today at Watkins Glen. Marty?
This long green flag cycle continues here at Watkins Glen. Paul Wolf's original plan coming into the day was to pit as soon as the window opened in stage 3. We saw everybody else down doing that, so like he always does, doing something a little bit different.
Yep.
Slowing it down, deciding to put really 20 to the window.
77 of post car also come to pit road. He's running inside the top 15. So the 8 to 99 here heading into the bus stop. It's really tight through here.
Dang, 99 just squeezed the 8. And he moved off the track a bit.
Just hitting that curve on the inside edge.
Damn, and Kyle Busch is taking a beating out there.
And you just get too low and you end up driving into that pothole for not a better prescription. It's almost not enough room for too wide on the corner. You have to really give a take. And on the outside, he's not very happy. Right? He's just got run into.
I think Eric Jones. Did Eric Jones pit? I think he did. Yeah, he was. Then he lost all those spots on that restart when he got sideways in turn 7. He's been trying to climb up ever since. What the fuck is... Oh yeah, the 43's pit.
He's only running as hard as he needs to push his rear tires to see in front of the 24. 23 laps to go here at the Glen.
This is the longest green flag run we've had.
Gonna tuck away for a quick break. Come back. As all this will cycle through, and then we get down to racing on the checkered flag.
In my line of work, people are always asking for favors. Just the other day, someone offered to buff my grass for a deal on the roof. I said, thanks, I'm good. Then I told them about Hotels.com. Members save up to 20%. With that kind of discount, you could stay at a place with a killer spa. Get a manicure, clean up those mitts a little, eh? Hotels.com. Members save up to 20% at hundreds of thousands of hotels. You did that? How good.
Happy birthday, Grandpa.
Words of wisdom for the family.
Eat more wings.
Wow. Let that sink in. Kids, I think you'd all agree that these were words that your grandfather used.
22 laps to go here at Watkins Glen. And time now for ones to watch.
watch presented by Credit One Bank. Jeff, who do you like to look up?
Yeah, I like Ryan Blaney. I know that SVG has tons of speed, but Ryan Blaney's fast also. And I think we get the caution at the right time. Blaney has enough speed with put some new tires with this thing. I think on a short run, he can take the fight to SVG. Remember, he won the very first global race in Charlotte. So he's a good road racer. And I believe this team needs a win headed into the playoffs.
Well, I agree that Blaney has impressed with the speed today. As expected, Chainman Mitch Gibberg has also impressed. I thought he not only has had speed, but he's raced with a lot of kind of temperament and maturity. He's only pushed his car when he needs to, as hard as he needs to, and I think he's doing the same here today, saving some rear tires for the last 21 laps. I don't necessarily think about this man here, William Byron, as a road course specialist or good, but we have to remember that he won here 2 years ago. He has got great finishes here at the Glen, and he's the series' most recent winner. And just this week, William said, I really feel that win in Iowa, even though it's nailed on him running out of gas. He said it's got the momentum and it's picked everything back up, the belief in this team. And he said it was the juice that we needed. So let's see how far he can go, and he takes the fight to Shane Van Gisbergen.
Yeah, the pylon, you see now Briscoe as the 19 off from pit road. He's going back in about the 19th position with a little bit fresher tires and the cars up the road.
Yeah, I sometimes forget William Byron has a win at Watkins Glen. I think 1 or 2 years ago. This is the longest green flag run of the race, laps wise.
Great shot from that Chevy cam, Chevrolet cam. Chase Elliott knows the elevation changes with this race.
Pato O'Ward is leading the IndyCar race at Portland right now. Up yellow's out. Who the fuck is...
And this is a tough day for the driver of the Napa number 9. For a guy who's won back-to-back here at the Glen, 4 road course races in a row in his career. This place is so special with his first win, but sitting in 20th at the moment and still fighting as hard as any of the other guys, right?
Chase out cannot be good.
Where you feel you should be.
Mr. 19 trying to use those fresh tires to the left side of the 7 of Justin Avery. That Spire car. Spire put 3 cars in the top 10 here a year ago.
Yeah, I don't mind Keselowski staying out because I know he's going to pit. They get some laps led under your... Hello, Mark. Welcome to the stream. You know, it's funny. We're not even 2 hours into this stream, and this race is almost over. Isn't that just crazy?
Chase Elliott and Hayden.
Heading to the bus stop when you're going almost 3 wide. That's scary.
Oh,
Nice move, AJ Allmendinger. 19 to go here at the Glen.
It's me. It's Wednesday, Adams. Your life just took a dark turn. I regret to inform you that I have devised the meal of misfortune with Wendy's. It's pure torture for your taste buds. Those 4 nightmare dips of dread. Don't waste my time asking which ones you'll get. You must surrender to your fate. Enjoy the anguish.
You can get this fixed now and pay later. You can get this fixed now and pay later. And this. Get it fixed now and pay later in 4 interest-free payments at SafeLife.com.
Save like we care, save like we place. Todd's last sale of the summer has been extended. Save up to 25% on moving and storage until September 22nd. And see why Todd's is the most awarded container moving company. But don't wait. Book now and save up to 25% at Todd's.com.
Bush guy, golden speed survival skills.
Yeah, walk it through open. You can tell time by measuring the sun's distance from the horizon.
Looks like happy hour. And for the mountains.
Ashland's Labor Day sale is going on now. Find hot buys for every room, starting at just $199. Plus, for a limited time, you can save up to $1,000 store-wide, or pay no interest until 2030 when you buy in store. Only at Ashley.
What you want to do is save hundreds when the Big Mutual customizes your car insurance.
That's great, but can you ask your friend to stop digging into the green?
I can ask him, but he's not going to. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Meet the IHOP House Steak Value Menu. Everything's just $6. With the breakfast eggs combo, $6. French toast breakfast, $6. $6 for all this and all that. That's a lot of breakfast for $6. Weekdays at IHOP.
This is like this is mind about
There's a place slow down
and
show
it always had my
secret
endorsement.
spot. A high-performance hideout for cars that create chaos. In brakes, check. Roll cage, check. A spoiler so big it doubles as a picnic table. Every apex we nail, every second we shave, it's all knowledge that goes right back into the run. Look like fun? It is. Me?
What are you going to do? To be a Next, after the race, stay tuned for the NASCAR Cup Series post show to get a special look at USA's new series, The Rainmaker, premiering Friday at 10 on USA.
Nope. Kozlowski's finally pitting, so SVG will be your leader.
Had to come in for this last splash of fuel for the day and also tired. They know they're going to end up there somewhere in the 20s when they leave.
I might extend the live stream just so I can watch the IndyCar race because why not?
Meanwhile, Joey Hand was on hand this weekend just in case Brad got the call a little bit early. Joey's an expert worldwide road racer.
Hey, it's Joey Hand.
Back in 2020 to help the development of the next gen car for Ford. He's here this weekend just in case, but you know who else he's helped? Ryan Blaney, who runs up front, chasing down Van Gisbergen, Buscher, and Byron, trying to make his way to victory lane. Blaney has been one of the best students for Joey Hand.
Yeah, this is another good. Yeah, Joey Hand. You should have seen him at the Chicago Street Course last year. He managed to take that once part-time 60 car to a top 5 finish. And also, he's from Northern California, so he's from my area. Well, not from my area directly, but he's from the Northern California area. I think he's from Sacramento. So yeah, it's always nice to root for drivers like him, even if they're part-time. Yeah, I hope we'll see Joey Hand in a race car in NASCAR again sooner rather than later, because he knows how to get shit done on the road courses.
Well, it was a mistake a year ago by the driver that we getting into that driver's side wall on the right side, getting into the bus stop that allowed the 17 to pass him back. And I think that's the key if you're a pusher, right? You have to stay close enough. This was basically SVG is in that 16 WeatherTech car right there, but right there, he told you, Jeff, he hit that wall with the right front, kind of pulled the wheel out of his hands and got offline, and then gave the 17 a little pushing and shoving. Gets his way through. And then a last ditch impressive effort by the 16 was wasn't going to be had. But my point today is stay close enough. Like, don't let SVG kind of relax. Stay a couple seconds back or try to close the gap if you can. Don't allow that lead to save time. There's a portion that's set to go last year. And like William Byron and Brad Kozlowski got together up into the God rail, anything can happen with 14 to go here in the Glen. One thing is, even though SVG is fast to Busher, it's hard to close them up. We saw Busher in practice yesterday was fast up the exit, which is why he caught SVG last year. Dave told me that I wasn't going up the exit slow. I just got contact with it. Busher barely made it get close to me and kind of forced me into a mistake. At this stage at things like the Xfinity fastest lap. Who has it? Well, unfortunately, the guy who struck in one race on lap 5 in car 5, Kyle Larson spent a lot of time, some nearly 20 laps, I think, in the garage area. Was able to come back out and grab that point for the race's fastest lap. And second, thanks to Xfinity.
So yeah, all 39 cars are running, including Larson, even though he's 15 laps down. And Catherine Legg is the first car 1 lap down. You know, it may not be a top 20 finish, but as long as she keeps the car clean, then she'll be good.
And it's rarefied air. The last driver to do that, Chase Elliott. The driver before that took accomplished that goal. Jeff Gordon, who won 6 in a row. SVG is showing what muscle he has in the road courses. Right now, out front, wheeling again.
Yeah, Chris Buescher running in the second position, looking to pick that win here from last year. Remember during pre-race, Buescher told us winning solves everything in terms of getting into the playoffs. He's in position now. If anything happens to SVG, but kind of giving away points today. Remember, they were the stage 1 winner. It's 10 points from that, so they kind of split their strategy. Still running though in the second position, Dave.
William Byron runs in third down this morning. I asked his crew chief, Rudy Bugle, what's your get home lap today? He thought about it to me. He said, I think we can get home if we hit lap 54. Well, they hit a lap later than that. So Byron, good on fuel and good on speed today. That's probably one of the better that is coming through that through right now. His road course game is very, very good. You see right behind him there, Ryan Blaney in the 12 car. A slow mix up, put them back in the queue and still in the game with the driver. He wasn't very happy about it.
All right, I think we're 34 laps into this green flag run.
He has focused forward, Marty, and he is right there trying to stay ahead of Alan Wallace.
Dave, remember how we started the day talking about how Adam Stevens just wanted to build?
I know it's been a while, but Daniel Suarez is up in the top 10.
Today is exactly what the doctor ordered. You ride on board with a Toyota, on board with Bell. Sitting in 5th right now, and they have told him you are consistently faster than Ryan Blaney right in front of you. We can go get 4th easily again.
Well, Bubba Wallace currently running in the 6th position. He's finished top 10 in the last 2 races. His longest top 10 streak in the Cup Series. Well, that's 4 races that happened back in 2022. Looking to match that today. What a bragging point if it happens on a road course. We know they haven't been this strict. A couple laps ago, they said the car was stumbling, so they switched to fuel pump 2. Everything A-OK now for Bubba. As his teammate Tyler Reddick runs behind him in the 7th position. Talking to crew chief Billy Scott this morning, said, man, we have got to find momentum. We had it for a while, then we've lost it recently. Tyler telling me they've been working on their road course program. He was hoping that the work that they have done for the last month would show up today. It has. Currently again running in the 7th position.
Jim, feel free to call us at least partial victory for Daniel Suarez today. When I talked to his crew chief, Matt Swiderski, this morning, I asked, why didn't you even get a 10-lap run in the practice? He said, well, we were changing so many things on the car. It was so bad. We just had a lot to do before we got it comfortable for Daniel. But we think it'll be good on the long run, which it has been. Suarez running hot night right now, Marty.
They've won a day so far for Ryan Free. Started 17th, and yet they still have earned the 4th most points on the day to this point, and looking at a possible top 10 finish. And I just asked their crew chief, Garrett Finley, a moment ago, I said, are you good to the end? Remember, they put on the very early side of this window. He said, we're good to the end, and we're good for overtime as well. Free's going to gain a lot of points. We'll see if it really moves the cut line, though, now.
Austin Dillon running in the 10th position, and he's coming off a top 10 finish at Iowa. That was the team's first top 10 since Texas back in May. And as you look at his road course kind of resume, he only has 2 top 10s in 43 road course starts. Would love to add another day. Talking to Richard Boswell said we're really just starting to click. We have potential. It's right there. Guys, it looks like it's starting to show up for this crew team.
Yeah, that top 10 may get stolen away right here by Chase Briscoe, as it does. But still, 2 really productive weeks for the 3 team from Richard Childress Racing. Back to race on the checkered flag.
10 to go. See, look, they're going to commercial, but they keep it side by side, so that's at least we get to see if anything happens.
And order some last-minute school supplies while the kids enjoy their
I know, right? We're Right now, I know you probably can't. On my end, it shows we are now officially 2 hours and 6 minutes into this live stream. I think the reason why it is the way it is because I started the live stream like a few minutes before the green flag fell, which is why it's been the way it is.
When things heat up, you don't just want a cold one. You want the coldest one. The cold lager, cold filtered, cold packaged one. Mountain Cold Refreshment. Coolers Light. Choose chill.
Change is always happening. It's part of life. Here at Xfinity, we want to do our part to keep one thing the same. With a 5-year price guarantee on our internet. So no matter how your other plans change, you get 5 years of the most reliable offer with our best equipment included. For a price that stays exactly the same.
9 to go now.
You can get this fixed now and pay later. You can get this fixed now and pay later. And this. Get it fixed now and pay later in 4 interest-free payments at SafeLock.com. Really showing.
Applebee's 2 for $25.
It's
Get one appetizer and 2 entrees like the new chicken, parmesan, fettuccine.
Choose one appetizer and 2 entrees. Applebee's iconic 2 for $25.
Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck happened to Nemechek? Did y'all see that? What the fuck was... 23rd fucking place for Elliott. What the fuck are you doing? And Nemechek, I mean, I don't hate you and all that, but please don't be fucking stupid, please. Come on, I just want one natural clean. August 12th. Fuck. There's the 5 of Lars. Yeah, take your... Yeah, just pit.
Glen, we have short track racing next weekend. Saturday, August 16th, we will see you for Richmond. It's going to be fantastic. Here on USA, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Prior to that, there's NASCAR Cross the Truck Series action on FS2 and also the race on FS1 after the practice sessions. And we have got practice and qualifying here for the Cup Series on True TV. So big weekend, next weekend at Richmond. John Hunter Nemechek comes to pit road because of this. What happened? Heading to the back stretch.
What the? Whoa. Whoa, he lost it there. He saved it. Damn, he kept that. Damn, Nemechek, he kept that car straight. Fuck. He just lost. Where's Eric Jones? He's 17.
That's going to be a big ride at that really high-speed part of the racetrack. Meanwhile, back up front and leading to the tune of 6 seconds is Shane Van Gisbergen here aboard the WeatherTech Chevrolet for Trackhouse Racing. Six and a half to go. Even a little bit less than that before this guy can get redemption.
6 to go.
Last year on that final lap. His teammate Daniel Suarez is running in the top 10, and here's Ross Chastain. So, interesting day for the Trackhouse trio.
Well, I think for Ross Chastain, that big win at the 600, exactly what this one car needed. He's locked in the playoffs with that win, with now only a couple races remaining after today. So he has to be looking ahead. I actually think his road course racing is only improving, right? I mean, had an SVG in the car. Ross is very humble about trying to learn from him, and here he is running 12th, closing on the back of the pregame.
And Steve, you heard him in practice yesterday when we interviewed him. I love it. It's the line of the weekend. He said, imagine being me, just an oval track driver, only turned left my whole life, and now I'm chasing
Oh,
his teammate.
oh fuck. Brad's got a tire down. Shit. Okay, good. He made it to pit road.
Left rear, he gets to pit road, the tire stays on the car, so I don't see any debris comes off it, but man, just
doing such a nice job.
But dang, Brad got lucky. He's lucky he wasn't on the other side of the track because that would have triggered a yellow. Fuck me. And you better get that lug nut on tight. SCG's lead over Chris Buescher's getting bigger. Remember the first 2 years Chase Elliott won at Watkins Glen. Both he and Truex finished 1-2. It's like the same thing today, last year and today with Buescher and SVG, but this time around, SVG is going to be the one that comes out on top.
Even with the tough lessons of the ovals, it's been fun. I really love learning. He said, I was at the point in Australia, and you know this, where I needed a new challenge in my
Also for Chastain, just a friendly reminder, his first Cup win came on a road course, Circuit of the Americas. I never thought his first win would come on such a course. I thought it'd come on an oval or something, but you never know what can happen.
What happens with the people you're surrounded by? Obviously, I mentioned earlier that Shane's good friends with Paul Morris. Paul Morris was really good friends with Boris Said. Boris Said was really good friends with Justin Marks. So you linked the dots. Justin said, hey, I'm looking to do something pretty cool. And Boris says, well, why don't you get Shane Van Gisbergen over here? So everybody worked together to give this guy an opportunity to win on the view on the streets of Chicago. And Shane himself thought that was going to be a one and done with the Project 91 part of Trackhouse Racing. That Project 91 has had some phenomenal world-class drivers come and racing the cars, but it's kind of taken a back seat now with the future, with some restructuring at the team that's taking place. And this guy, we know, is going to be in this seat for several more years.
Well, I think because of the lack of yellows we've had in this race, because of how this race has played out, I think that's why this race feels so short. This is not the first time this final stage has gone caution-free to the end, especially here at Watkins Glen. I think I picked SVG to win today, and once again, I'm going to come out on top, it looks like. Yeah, Buescher's going to have to deal with Christopher Bell getting by him. All right. Here they come to the line. 3 laps to go in the Cup race at Watkins Glen. I think the last 3-4 road races, SVG has been my top pick to win, except for Coda, of course. Well, the 88 may not. Well, SVG may not be able to sweep the weekend, but the 88 sure is going to. The 91 would have been a good field filler to make it 40 cars. I really hope the 91 car for Project 91 comes back again soon rather than later. So yeah. Damn. The battle for second place is starting to heat up. Coming to 2 to go this time by.
Again, corner entry speed is better. And speed is about the same, but not quite close enough to make a move.
That drive to go. That drive that Christopher Bell put in that Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas earlier this year was smooth, was slick. Just the way that he's finishing here, he's 4 laps fresher tires than Buescher. That makes a difference. Buescher's hanging tough.
Saw what Bell did right there to get into turn 1. He just wasn't trying to make a pass. He was just trying to get in Buescher's head, make him look in the mirror, make him think about, well, I'm going to have to make a block here to keep him from passing me. Hoping he'll make a mistake. He doesn't have a big correction at the start of a carousel. He's going to be way closer. I don't know if you got an arrow wash, but he's right here. He comes out of this Mustang very efficient and low. He's going to need to get this time a little bit better. Much cleaner time that time for Busher. Foster Street is SVG clear track ahead. And he wants to see this white flag. Last thing he wants to see is a yellow before. Well, it's a dramatically different final lap. One lap to go.
All right, here we go. White flag, 1 lap to go for Shane Van Gisbergen here at Watkins Glen. And yep, second and third, they ain't catching him. Yeah, there's just no way. He's got no pressure. Clear track both in front and behind him. So he has no worries. And his lead is a massive 10, almost 11-second lead. Man, didn't think Chris Buescher was going to finish second today. Albeit he was one of my picks as well, but that's just how it is. And Christopher Bell finally gets past Chris Buescher. Well, that's a wrap for my boy SVG. Yeah. Here comes off the final corner. Aside from Coda, SVG is going to remain undefeated on the road courses. He gets redemption at Watkins Glen. He does it today. And he's going to reach 4 wins on the season. He won Mexico, Chicago, Sonoma, and now he's won at the Glen. Well, SVG gets to 4 wins before anyone else does. Well, SVG may have not swept the weekend, but the 88 sure did, number-wise. Well, that's another trophy to add to his collection.
4th consecutive road course win and 4th win as a rookie. Steve, for as long as you've been in the sport,
Holy shit.
very special though. He's showing
Hey, Daniel Suarez. Hey, all 3 Trackhouse cars finish in the top 10. Same with 2 of the 3 2311 cars, so I'll take that. Oh yeah, Blue Jimmy 48 fan is at the Glen, so he gets to see SVG win in person. So there's that. Man, led 38 laps today. How many laps did Blaney lead? 35. Okay. Boom. I know he's not undeserving of a playoff spot, but hey, it's always fun to watch him win. Another clean win for SVG. Love to see it. Let's go. Oh, wow.
Sharing success with your family makes it that much sweeter.
Well, this race was a lot calmer than yesterday and today. Love to watch a race where every single driver finishes somehow. So I'll take that. It wasn't like an epic race, like the greatest race of all time, but hey, it was a somewhat clean race somehow. Snooze fest, I guess you could call it that, but either way, again, it was a pretty clean race. Well, I'm sticking around for post-race celebrations and then tune into the IndyCar race next. Let's go, SVG! Woo! Well, time for the rugby pick. Well, He didn't need to start on the pole. Well, he may have not started on the pole directly, but he knew how to get that shit done. That's for sure. Let's go SPG. Who's burned down the shit? Let's go. Woo! I mean, that left your tire shot.
It's been a long time since we've seen dominance like this in the road courses in the Cup Series, but SVG delivers again. 4 straight.
Yeah.
And of course, with every SVG win, there's a rugby ball involved, but the team hugs first. Everybody said this would be where he had the least advantage, less technical road course, but man, incredible speed from this 88 team. Ross Chastain coming in. But maybe the most important hug of all is coming up right after Stephen Doran, his dad Robert.
Where's his dad? Here we go. Oh, he's going to sign. And there goes the ball. Someone, there go.
What a day for this race team. Jess coming in as well.
Boom.
And Justin Marks.
Let's go. There's Justin
So
Marks.
Watkins, Glen, Hawk, you know more.
Wow.
Oh, man, good to get that one back. Thank you everyone for coming out. What an awesome race. The last step was a bit to be cleared out, but the battle coming back through, I had a lot of fun. And thank you to winners at Trackhouse. Carl was just amazing again. And
Well,
to get another win, and I definitely gave that bus stop all another meter on that last lap. So, but yeah, awesome.
well,
You lost your mom a while back, and your dad was here today. First time you've seen him since Christmas. Is this one a little more personal?
Oh, it's just amazing to have him here.
Well-
It's been a very tough year for Dad, and yeah, he hasn't been able to travel, so have him here for the next 3 weeks and share this with him. It's amazing.
well,
I would have told you as we stood
I've already accepted that when it comes to NASCAR's top 3 series, all I can say is I think we know who our road course ringers are. For trucks, it's Corey Heim. For Xfinity, it's Connor Zilish. And for Cup, it's SVG. Well, we know who our... Yep. Those are our road course ringers for NASCAR's top 3 series.
playoff points in the bank now, which is insane to think you would sit right now before it gets reseeded as the number 2 seed.
Oh, man.
What can this team do in the playoffs? That could carry you into the second round where there is another road course.
Yeah, who knows? But that ain't going to be easy. That's for sure. The first round, that's some very difficult left-handed tracks for me, but I'm getting better at it, and I'm enjoying myself, and it's a challenge, you know. But that's why we're here, and we'll have proper practice.
SVG delivers here at the Glen. Finally, after coming so close last year, we go through with a win.
We'll have a proper drive.
Bam.
That means have a proper go. Have a real hard go.
Wow.
Look, we've got the progressive post-race
Once again,
coming up that we're gonna
the race, it wasn't...
Shane's victory.
Well, it wasn't... Well, all I could say is this race was a lot calmer than the truck and Xfinity race, that's for sure. And hey, that's completely totally fine. Is every race perfect? Of course not. No race is. This race was, it just needed was just a clean run to the finish with no stupid drama from anyone else. And once again, and well, because of how everything played out, we once again had another SVG masterclass. That's for sure. What else? Again, I hope Chase Elliott can get back to victory lane on the road course someday. It's gonna happen. Watch. I hope he can. It'll be so cool for him to win at Sonoma. I hope that day comes sooner rather than later, or that year or so. man. And yeah, there's just no stopping him on There's no stopping SVG on road courses. It's either going to take someone to, well, we saw it last year with Chris Buescher. He was able to defeat him last year, and he got redemption. I mean, him getting a penalty on a stop or getting shuffled on a restart or a crash or whatever, that's the only thing that can stop the 88. But if everything plays out right, this is what we get. Now, again, I know he's not deserving of a playoff spot because this format sucks, but either way, it's always a thrill to watch. It's always a thrill to watch him win on the road once again.
Obviously. On SVG, I mean, do you win money when it's minus or not?
I think that race ended in 2 hours, 10 minutes, and 37 seconds. Goes to show.
He delivers every time. Yeah, I mean, to stop asking the question, is he the best road racer in NASCAR racing of all time? I don't know how you can't say that he is not that.
And all of SVG's wins in NASCAR between Cup and Xfinity, they've all been clean ones.
And then he pulls away to whatever he needs to. He does whatever he needs to. Actually, my son Zach sent me a text and said during the race, and he said, "Is SVG just playing with Blaney, making him think that this is all that he's got? He can do that." I said, "Yeah, absolutely. I believe you're right." And this is what he does. He was riding behind him saying, "I'm saving my rear tires," just so you know. That's good excuse. Yeah, here's how the playoff points shape up. I mean, my goodness, SVG up there with 4 wins, now 22 playoff points stacked to the bank. It's just insane. It really is. And the biggest thing, if he can just have clean races to start round 1, he'll find himself in a really good spot. I know this next guest is very keen on what's happening right at that red line. Chris Buescher gains 12 points today over his teammate Ryan Preece.
And I could argue and say that SVG could win a oval race someday. It could happen, but we'll see. Only time will tell. Remember, it's not his shtick for now, but we'll see. I think Ryan Blaney was arguably the second best driver behind the 88, and at the end there, we thought it was going to be a repeat of last year with Chris Buescher in second, but he still had to deal with Christopher Bell, and yeah, there was no way he was going to. Yeah, there was no way the 17 or 20 were going to catch him. And yep, Chase out. They can't be sandbagging like this. This can't be happening. This is not how my driver works. And Larson, he needs to get his ass back in shit.
From a driver's standpoint, what is your mindset as you go into this? I know you want to win, and you've got 2 good racetracks yet coming up to you, but is it hard to prepare maybe 2 different ways for this?
Wow. Let me move over to IndyCar. I'll check back in on the results later. All right. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna extend the stream because why not? I mean, I might as well. Besides, the IndyCar race is not even halfway done. So yeah, the next 2 tracks that we're going to are tracks that Chris Buescher's won at. So we'll see. Also, the Gibbs cars are going to be strong at Richmond next week, so keep an eye out for them. And of course, I'm talking about all 4 of them. And also, another thing I forgot to mention, I think we all know what happened last year at Richmond, the thing with Austin Dillon. I hope this year we'll have a cleaner finish, that's for sure. Hey, Eric Jones got 12th. Okay, not bad. Priest 13th, Austin Jones 15th.
Saturday night, not getting out of your roots. Saturday night, short track racing, but
That's right. Getting ready to get after it here.
all right, Chris Buescher still above the cut line, gaining a little bit on his teammate Ryan Priest. Christopher Bell, man, what a run at the end of the race. Bell driving up to the second position. Christopher Bell is with Ken.
Christopher Bell comes home in the second position. His best finish is his runner-up in Mexico City. You guys were so good there at the end on the long run. Do you walk away from this race happy?
Happy, yeah. I mean, I'm thrilled because we've been struggling a little bit.
Fuck, Connor Daly took a huge hit in that IndyCar race.
Trying to execute the races has been tough for us. So really awesome to have a good day. Frustrated to get.
Of course, Connor Daly with the best scheme in the race gets annihilated. Fuck you.
Yeah, just need to find a little bit more, but still happy. It was a good day for our walking.
As you guys prepare for the playoffs, what was learned today that maybe can transfer?
I don't know. I mean, I thought our car performance was really good. Just need to go back and study data. I never really had an opportunity to compare to the 88. So, obviously that last run, I felt pretty strong and a lot stronger than the competition. I just don't know how I stacked up against them. So, throughout the early part of the race, I did a really bad job on restarts. It got swallowed up, and I felt like, I had what I needed to finish where we did. I don't know if I could have ran with him, but, throughout the first and second stage, just really struggled to get the track position because I couldn't execute the restarts very well. I would try the left lane, the right lane, and I would lose spots every time. So, yeah, once it spread out, felt really good, could make passes, and thought we had a lot of positives to take away from our road course program today.
Very solid day here for the 20 team.
It was 6 for Ryan Blaney, just getting nipped at the line there, but I heard the car, your reaction to it kind of go away in that final run, Ryan. What was going on with the 12?
Just lost speed, handling, just lost where the track was at probably a little bit.
So yeah, again, congrats to my boy SVG on getting it done on the road course once again. Ryan Blaney was arguably the second best driver, but lost tires and handling, as he just said just now. Race overall, yeah, it could have been a lot better, but again, the final stage going green all the way to the end, it's not a surprise because we also seen it walk at Sonoma before. Wow. But hey, at least the race was a lot calmer than yesterday and Friday, so I'll give it that. It's always there's nothing wrong with having a nice clean finish. So yeah, as you can see, I switched to the leaderboard for IndyCar, so I'm gonna switch the channels now.
He is going to need the drive of a lifetime, the drive of the champion today to make up a 20-second deficit. No matter how big the gap between the hard and the soft tire, 20 seconds is no small margin that he has to try and make up today. And he has just half a race in which to do it. We sit on board with Pato O'Ward, who has so much hope and expectation running into this race. It has all fallen apart. 10 laps now, he is down, and Jack Harvey is standing by with his team boss, Tony Canal. Yeah, Tony, it seems like Pato has done everything that he absolutely could today. Even yesterday, starting on the pole. Can you explain exactly what happened?
Yeah, I mean, the DI box is one of the electronic boxes that goes to make everything work.
Well, Pato O'Ward's chances of winning just went out the window with a mechanical issue. He's still running, but he's in 25th.
It's one of those things that you don't have an explanation for it. Really nobody's fault. Sometimes you need a little bit of luck to be able to survive those situations. But we put up a fight. He obviously gives us some. He's a fighter. He's one of the bright stars, and we couldn't really put up a fight today.
And he also, and once again, Shahir, all of his wins in Cup and Xfinity have been clean wins.
Yeah, absolutely cool. And of course, for everyone on the 5 crew, the Pato
All of his fans. But as Tony said, the seven still stands a magnificent chance today. Glen, what can you tell us about Christian Lundgaard and his hopes of a race victory here at Portland?
So yeah, I got the cup results here on from Bob Pockris on Twitter. So SVG wins, Christopher Bell, Chris Buescher second and third. Good days for them. William Byron still he backs up his win at Iowa with a fourth place. Chase Briscoe, another road course top five. Blaney sixth. And how about Daniel Suarez and Ross Chastain finishing top 10? I'll give them that. And Bubba Wallace and Tyler Reddick get top 10 for 23-11. So Michael Jordan should be happy one way or the other. Especially Bubba Wallace driving that awesome McDonald's car. AJ Allmendinger 16th, finishes 11th. Unfortunately, man, AJ Allmendinger, man, what's been up with you? You need to get back on your A game, man. And how about Eric Jones finishing in 12th place? Wasn't expecting that from him, but anything is possible. And Chase out at 26th place. Fuck me. Fuck. Dang, how many cars finished on the lead lap? 35 cars finished on the lead lap. How about that? At least all of them finished, so I'll give him that. And then Kyle Larson, man, last place. Jesus. So yeah, I got the results here.
To Haggerty, it's obvious. One of these cars is not like the others. It's harder to operate, but easier to enjoy. You use it less, but you love it more. And if something goes wrong, it's a lot harder to replace. It's not your everyday car, so don't pay more for everyday insurance. Pay a better price for better coverage from Haggerty. Quote today at Haggerty.com.
Hershey's milk chocolate with whole almonds makes for a wholly amazing, wholly delicious experience that's, well, wholly Hershey's.
You need hard-working tires for a hard-earned victory. Firestone tires for driving IndyCar legends. For pushing the limits and pulling it off. For turns 1 to 4 and handling your 9 to 5. Whatever you drive, drive a Firestone.
Greatness hurts, and so can.
Can't wait for some short track racing next week. I just hope that the racing will be good. Hope we won't have any drama at the end.
That's care without limits. I was in politics. And no race. Oh,
Fox is critically acclaimed hit doc returns.
Every path we choose comes with a price. I need to pick the doctor that I want.
Doc returns September 23rd on Fox.
The story for his team.
Yep, it will be.
Let's take a look at the moment of the race, sponsored by Pennzoil and the room I with this, that's all support looking like now if you are one of his fans, because he did everything correct, led from the pole, raced beautifully, but out of his hands, as we heard from Tony Kanaan earlier, an electronics issue short-circuiting in the car, and ultimately calling to an end what has been a valiant weekend and a valiant fight back in the second half of the season to even take it this far, to even have a sniff with 3 rounds remaining of a championship, which it was all looked up as of a couple of rounds ago. A brilliant recovery in this half of the season from Pato O'Ward.
practice run. And they could have got out of it out there, still running the laps. And actually running faster lap times than the leader of power right now. So it's going to be a case of what could have been. Had not just been for a small issue, a wire getting run through that created an electrical short. Just a tough way for it all out. Meanwhile, this man Alex Palou is still cutting the gap back to Will Power, but Power has increased his own pace, so it's only a couple of tenths of a second on lap. But Palou is starting to push it. This is the part of the race where he just quietly seems to get on with the job at hand. As we know, Power still has that hard on that side. And what we're watching here is this gap again. Will Power took Christian Lundgaard 34 seconds. It takes about 30 seconds for Will Power to make his second pit stop. He'll need one more, but Christian Lundgaard has already made his second stop. He only needs one more. But speaking of Power, needs to go onto the slower, hard black tire at some point. Lundgaard can finish on the faster.
Hold on, folks.
How much he would love to take this victory as a sign of his quality, his persistence, of the fact that he is still at Penske, the man.
Yeah, he's the man today, the best of the Team Penske trio. But we understand that he just reported to his pits that he is starting to suffer serious degradation on those 4 Firestones. Let's just ride and listen to one of the fastest men to ever drive an IndyCar. How does he deal with adversity in terms of grip?
Daytona is going to be one of those weeks where literally anybody can win. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Now we can start to see a little bit better in the right front tire. Just keep an eye on it, see the little line starts with here. Where's definitely coming in. He's catching the right front. Got to slow life down. So it's just going to say it's a great time to maybe tap in before these lap cars slow down. He's on the push the gas. You know he's trying to get to the pit as quickly as possible.
Yep, he led 38 laps today. It was almost a repeat of last year because Chris Buescher was running in second. Yeah, but Chris Buescher, he had to deal with Christopher Bell, who passed him for second. Yeah, Bell finished second today. And also, all 3 Trackhouse cars finished in the top 10. The Suarez got in the top 10 from out of nowhere that I wasn't expecting. Both 2311 cars, Bubba and Reddit finished in the top 10. So it's a good day for Michael Jordan. We had Chase Elliott, he finished 26th. He should not be sandbagging like this. We got stage 3 went green all the way to the end. Yeah, today was a lot calmer compared to yesterday and Friday.
So now the team's got to decide how long do you make this final stint. Everybody wants to get to about 78, 79 to be able to get home on one more stop. That's where Lugard's going to stop. And Will Power make that next stop. This is it. The try group the 12, the try group the 7, with one still remaining. Power has the advantage as it stands, but it's under 4 seconds. Good job on the time scenario. They have an advantage in that final stint. It could be down to these two drivers, Will Power, Christian Lugard, fighting for the win in Glen.
As we're going up the hill, he's already done, he decides, oh, I'm gonna roll down the window.
With my mortgage lender used agent force, powerful AI from Salesforce, a digital agent would help me pre-qualify before my greenhouse can sell. Wow!
The buyer's lender uses Agent Force.
And who's the buyer?
Hey, bro. Welcome to Casa Day Wood.
Ah, jeez.
Rules out for next week. Things are optional.
We need to force that lender to then
So we lost all those coupons.
what AI was meant to be.
Yeah, don't worry about it. They were firing on Thursday anyway.
All right, 40 laps to go in this race.
One of the fastest drivers on the track. Last lap at 1 minute 1.0. That is once again 3/4 second faster than the drivers ahead of him, Christian Lundgaard and Will Power. The gap to the lead down 20 seconds a few laps ago. It's down to 13 now for Alex Malone as he tries to draw in the two ahead of him. All of them need just one more pit stop. All of them going for the victory today. All of them will be those to tail because of yellow and a restart to close this thing out, which is always possible here at Formula. There are some stretches, corners, and drivers get pretty aggressive here late, even deep in the field. Nice to see him before his Ray Holt for reaches him on lap 69. He will not be able to go 41 laps to the finish. So Graham will still have to win the additional stop. Yes, but if he quits at the same time as these guys, yes, then he is immediately.
Oh yeah, I see Daniel Creed's video.
Power, Lundgaard, below. Reynolds bring a surprise. How about Rossi or Dixon? That's your top six. All to check out in Poland.
With less burning, itching, and pain from moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, imagine being 1,000,000 miles away. With Tremfya, clearer skin is possible. Most people saw 100% clear skin that stayed clear, even at 5 years. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being 1,000,000 miles away. Ask your doctor about Tremfya.
You may know me as Antonio Banderas, but when I use my Bosch fridge, I feel like Antonio Banderas.
Well, I hear you, brother. Because when I use my Bosch power tools,
I feel like a macho man, Randy Savage. You can take it to phenomenal appliances. Powerful power tools. Phenomenal appliances. Powerful power tools. Watch this. Elbow. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch. Thought about this. The keys.
Hey guys, I've got AAA.
If you're a AAA member, you're covered in anyone's car.
Down under, we love our yoga, especially when it's made with heaps of real blueberries and 100% whole milk.
Makes the yoga.
It's seriously tasty. And I'm seriously lightheaded.
A mesothelioma diagnosis changes everything. But with Whites and Luxembourg at your side, you're never alone. For decades, we've fought and won for families facing these battles with compassion, experience, and courtroom strength. Let our family help yours through every step ahead. Call 917 Lawyers today. That's 917 Lawyers. Whites and Luxembourg, standing with you when you need it most.
Fox has your game. The Big 10, Big 12, and out west. What a game. It's Friday and Saturday harder than ever before. Don't miss the action. College football is on Fox.
Are we stranded?
Hey guys, I got AAA.
When you're a AAA member, you're covered in anyone's car. Inside California Politics, hosted by Nikki Lorenzo on Fox 40.
August 30th circle. The Arch Manning era kicks off with a playoff rematch for the ages as Texas takes on defending national champion Ohio State on this new Saturday. Season on August 30th only on Fox. So, Powell, Lundgaard, Pelot, Rahal, and hats off to RLL for the strategy they've employed today. Graham, one of those drivers to stop under that very first caution earlier in the race. They have finessed this beautifully to place Graham ahead of Alexander Rossi, who started up there in the top six ahead of Scott Dixon and Newgarden and
Island McLaughlin and Armstrong, who complete the top 10. Rahal very much in the mix for a podium today, but we said keep an eye on Alex Palou as we watch the fight between Power and Lugard for the lead, because what was a 20-second lead became a 15-second lead, and as we return here now, is less than 10 seconds. Alex Palou maintaining his lap times incredibly, 3/4, 8/10 of a second.
Oh yeah, another thing I forgot to note is that today Alex Palou might clinch the championship.
Meanwhile, there he is, the yellow and red DHL car. Plenty of gas to burn. I think they'll use Palou as aggressively on lap time as they can until he reaches a little bit of traffic. He's got a wide window to stop in and make it at the end. I think this is a race between Palou and Lugard.
Some have fresh tires, some only have the used tires. Who's got used reds? And how many laps are they going to be able to run on this only 100% renewable fuel?
Will Power's going to have to finish on used reds. Lugard and Palou have new reds. Rahal, used reds. Alexander Rossi, I believe, new reds to finish.
That is the lay of the land. I think Rahal might have another new set as well, Tito.
How many did he use so far?
He's used 2, so he went out in Q1 qualifying. So 2 extra sets, new sets. So yeah, we'll have 3 coming in today.
Good catch, Kevin. If there's one more caution, Rahal and Rossi can be factors with this thing.
But Rahal is out with the new sauce, so he has used sauce. And also with Rossi, Dixon kind of picking sets. I mentioned it earlier. These guys have kind of been quietly moving their way up. I know Rossi started up there. Dixon started a little bit further down. He is at 9th. But they kind of got off strategy from the leaders, but kept themselves in this conversation. Trying to have top hold of Rossi here. Felt good coming into today. You talked to him, bro.
Yeah, absolutely did. And, you know, Alexander's never the most effusive of drivers in his confidence or feeling good, but at a little strength steps, and we're feeling really good about this today. I don't think the track is going to be too physical, even with the temperatures.
Rossi's having a good day.
You know what? Not making the past 6 was actually a blessing in disguise because it allowed us to have an extra set of those new tyres going into today's race. So great drive from Rossi. Hasn't had a top 5 finish all year. It was, to this point, one of his worst seasons in IndyCar history. But today, looking absolutely fantastic. And once again, guys, as we sit here on lap 77, well up there in the top 10, Callum for Trevor. If he can stop around the same time as everybody else, or potentially a little bit later in this session and have some fresher rubber to run to the end, that could be another top 10 result right on track, which would be huge for them. And let's also, you know, not forget to mention, because we've been mentioning a lot about the difficulties that Penske's having. And right now, Power's leading. You've got Newgarden up in 7th, McLaughlin in 9th. All 3 cars running inside the top 10. That's what we're used to seeing in IndyCar, but certainly not what we're used to seeing in IndyCar in 2025. How about this? We're not used to seeing this. Will Team Penske 0 wins in the first 14 races? Their worst season since 1999. But Power has an opportunity to right the ship today for the captain.
What does the captain do if his one race victory this year is the driver that we understand is considering removing?
Well, for those who are wondering, Portland has always been Will Power's shtick for several years.
Who's the only guy on the planet that's proved he's capable of beating SVG in a stock car? Scott McLaughlin. Watching Penske as a NASCAR team too, so maybe you're moving Scotty back over to the TikToks if you will Power
Well,
a chance.
considering how this IndyCar season has gone, we've had like 15, 16 races this year.
Just sitting there, not making the move. You know what? I'm going to bide my time. I don't need to take the lead right now. I can sit here happily knowing that I'm going to have the fresher rubber and the advantage will come to me in the later lap.
He can't because he knows it's a hard-charging Alex Palou that is closing the gap, and there his crew is ready. Brian Barnhart, the strategist, in command on the pit box. His McLaren team going to give him 4 freshies of fuel to close it out.
Lundgaard's in.
45 miles an hour, Kevin. Not easy to do coming off the racetrack with used tires.
So he's going to need all of the shell fuel that he can get to go these final 30 laps. But the key is the fresh, brand new set a soft red sidewall firestone. Red Power does not have that available. Alex Below does. So there's still Korean play. Let's watch the stop for Erwin McLaren. We're going back out. Every last drop of Shell 100. The second Eagle fuel goes into that McLaren. Christian Lundgaard is on his way. That is his final stop. It is on now. The battle between Lundgaard and
Yes, they did.
Below for the win in Portland.
Please show the pictures. Thank you.
It's been a fun summer, but back to school is finally here. Make sure you get a free 5G phone and real unlimited data from Straight Talk, so you can show Grandma their new sneakers. Stream the game at your barbecue.
Power's in.
And order some last-minute school supplies while the kids enjoy the last moments of summer. Switch to Straight Talk and spend less on wireless with a free 5G phone on us, on America's most reliable 5G network. Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart.
This crispy chicken is from a taco place. This crispy chicken is from a taco place? Hey, this crispy chicken's from Taco Bell? The taco place? This chicken is so perfectly crispy with tortilla chip coating. It's from a taco place. What? It comes in a burrito, too?
From your taco place, it's also a chicken place that's also a taco place. Okay, guys, instead of getting WeatherTech, I saved a few bucks and got some cheap Ford-made floor mats. But they really stink, so put these on.
Really, I'm thirsty. Don't settle for cheap, stinky floor mats. At WeatherTech, we make our floor liners and cargo liners here in America out of pure, non-toxic American materials.
Dad, next time get WeatherTech. They don't stink.
Find out everything we have at WT.com.
Put the work.
Mommy, I have to go potty.
You gotta do it, please.
Oh. So, what's next?
Craftsman. What you build, builds you.
Put the work in.
We started in Brooklyn in '78 and quickly learned we weren't building exhaust. We were building excitement, giving drivers that same roar of victory on their way to work that they heard at the races. Almost 5 decades later, nothing's changed.
Due to Toyota Gazoo Racing, there are a lot of unofficial rules. Rules like only pass cars on the left. Don't drive on the grass. When you win, be humble. You know what they said. Rules are made to be broken. Win.
Aaron Judge leads the Yankees against the Cardinals. Or Tigers, Twins. Baseball Night in America, Saturday at 7 Eastern on Fox.
Okay, they got past it. I'll be right back. All right.
To close that probably 6-second gap, and this is going to be a three-way battle for the win. Lundgaard is going to make the tire advantage work and work now. And the race line for the power ahead of it after U-turns. Yes, that will have an effect at the end of the stint, but it's the start where Lundgaard will have that even